To truck on.
Yeah.
All right, Tanner.
I'm almost out of energy too.
Shoot, dude. We might not. It might not be for 2 hours. It might be for 30 minutes. Who knows how long it'll take?
We'll take it till we.
We'll take it what we can get.
Yeah.
All right, dude. All right. You want to start us off with a topic that's on your head, or you want me to just go ahead and start with you?
Whatever you want to rock with, man.
All right.
Oh, come on, you fatty.
She has to stay on the couch because she's gonna pee on this carpet.
So you come with me. You come with me.
You come with me. All right. How do you manage your money if you
Didn't you ask that last?
I don't think we touched on it. We didn't touch on it at all.
I said money wasn't that important, but
like, okay,
just
for today life,
don't waste it and live outside your means. I don't take loans. I don't have any credit cards.
No credit cards.
None. I pay cash with everything.
Everything. You're just like Trace. He doesn't like credit cards. He doesn't like online banking. He doesn't like anything online or anything electrical.
For one, I don't like them being able to track everything I spend and getting charged interest with your credit cards. I don't like any of that.
You get charged interest if you miss a payment.
You get charged interest anyways.
I don't get charged.
There's always an interest rate. You give it a couple of years and then the interest rate will kick in. They're like, no interest rate for the first 3 years.
Yeah, Capital One's pretty good to me. Then you build up
credit, and then they give you a higher balance on what you can spend, and then you start accumulating interest. I don't like credit cards at all.
See, at the age I am now, I don't have the money at all to spend that kind of much money because everything you pay, you have to pay back.
I think if you have to have an emergency credit card, fine. But it has to be for emergencies, not shit.
Kind of like just a life, just like a.
I need new brake pads, kind of thing. But no, I mean like. If you're stranded somewhere and you're like, fuck, okay, I gotta call an Uber, I don't have cash, so I'm gonna need food and water and a way back home. That's an emergency.
How much cash you carry on you? Everywhere you go.
Why would you ask me that?
I don't know. Just Trace carries X. He carries a lot of cash, or some cash on him.
I don't like talking about that. We live in
a
violent city. You know, I keep my money shit under wraps.
That makes sense. All right, I think we probably need to move on to another topic because that's all about money.
Yeah.
All right, this is perfect.
The idea of money.
You talked about your little mobile game. What do you do in your downtime?
What do I do in my downtime?
What do you like to do in your downtime where you just
I don't work, man.
You work a lot?
Yeah, whenever I need to. It's not a very.
And you do business, right?
It's a schedule-oriented job. Come in when I want, as long as I get the job done, kind of thing.
That's nice.
It is nice.
That is very nice.
As far as downtime, I don't know. I'll go shooting sometimes.
Like just go do a range.
Yeah, shooting a range. If I got someone to go with.
You like going by yourself or just
video games?
Video games. You have Xbox.
Really relaxing. Unfortunately, I have to still use a gay box. Yeah.
Hey man, if you make enough money, man, I will gladly build you a PC.
Really?
Gladly build it. It's super easy.
I don't need a $3,500 PC.
No.
I already got a nice 1080p Full HD monitor.
You got a monitor, or you need? I can give you a keyboard. I give you a mouse.
I just put money into a new gaming chair. I didn't pay for that though. I got a new monitor and an Xbox One X, right? So like top of the line console gaming, and then they want to slap on the rainbow thing.
No, and then they want to throw you some like cheap ass graphics.
What do you mean,
dude? Those graphics on those console games.
Some are beautiful, dude.
Dude. No, listen.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was phenomenal.
You try to get it on a PC. Put it on a 144 hertz monitor on a 4K monitor.
It's always gonna be better on PC.
Always.
Do you have Red Dead Redemption 2?
I do not. Well, but I do. I rock a GTX 1070 graphics with 120 on Apex.
What games do you have that would blow my socks off?
Well, with a 1080 monitor at 60 hertz, it's really nothing magical. But if I had a 144 hertz monitor with maybe a marginal better graphics card, yeah, I could blow your socks off. With how crisp and smooth it would be.
Sounds great.
Yeah, if you had $500 in your pocket, you can go get you a pretty decent PC. It's better than your Xbox, guaranteed.
I could sell all my Xbox equipment.
You could
I'd probably do that.
Yeah. I would hit me up, dude. You get I can give you some sites and give you some links on what you can build, and then some YouTube links on what equipment you would need. What's it compatible? Because it's very complicated. what can go with where and stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually went out to my car to get a charger for my phone,
And you didn't get the charger.
I left it in the car.
You sure did.
Well, my phone's gonna be dead when I leave here. Fuck.
Go get a charger, bro.
Please, no one mug me. Anyways. As far as video games,
yeah,
I used to be really big into working out.
Yeah,
really big into it. I got injured. I was trying to do a power clean, being real cocky. I was trying to hurry up to get to a party. I was there with a gym partner, and we were both
trying to look lean.
We were both going to go to a party after we were done working out. It was just daily routine. And I was doing rows, like off the ground rows, where you leaned over and rowing the weight up to your body.
Yeah, like this, right?
Yeah, but when you stand up, it's a little more at an angle instead of straight. Because you're not leaned over like that. You're going to injure your back.
Okay.
So you're standing up straight and kind of rowing up. So it helps your delts. Man, I used to be shredded on my delt back here. You can see the line, but...
your wives are virgins.
You have to...
Yes.
What do you say?
Someone said your wives are virgins.
I love it.
I love the chat.
So, I took all the... You're supposed to take the weights off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I always take the weights off, put the bar up, put the weights back. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm trying to hurry. We're already going to be late to this party. I don't want to do all this tedious shit.
I thought you didn't go to parties.
This was freshman year of college. So then I did go to parties.
Not high school parties,
but
college
parties.
At
the very end of my senior year, that summer, freshman year of college, I was in the party scene frequently.
You were the max douche.
Oh, yeah. I was the douche conglomerate. So
this douche galore.
Yeah.
Douche galore.
But I was trying to save time, and so I was going to power clean it, right?
Yeah.
Where you jerk it up, catch it, and then I was going to put it on the rack. There you go.
Yeah,
that way I don't have to go
like
to each
this,
side,
right?
take it off. No, I'm just going to catch it here when I pull it up. It's like a jerk, and then I was going to put it back on the rack.
Okay.
I was cocky. I underestimated the weight. I thought it was going to be much easier than it was. 185 was a little bit harder to power clean than I expected, so I didn't jerk it up as far as I should have. And then I realized, oh shit, when this comes back down, it's going to make a loud bang. So I committed to it anyways. I tried to get under it, and when I did, I caught it, lost balance, and fell on my ass. And when I did, that weight coming down and catching myself, it broke my wrist. Shattered it. And yeah, I tried to shake it off and finish the workout. And my friend was like, dude, are you okay? And my ears were still ringing. I'm like, dude, now it's starting to hurt. Because my adrenaline was pumping after a minute.
You didn't feel it for a second. Now you're really getting
I just couldn't push on it, but I could pull on it. So I was like, I can still finish my rows, right? So I get the T-bar, I'm rowing like this, and then it starts to hurt.
So you're still working out.
I'm still working out with a shattered wrist.
Did you know it was shattered?
No. I thought
you just thought, it's just a little...
I thought it was like a jammed finger, but with your wrist.
Okay.
You know? So
you just underestimated it.
I just pulled it. I was actually pulling my wrist out and trying to fix it myself.
Did you feel better?
Slightly. And then
that's what you thought. Oh, that's fine.
Every time I did that, it kind of helped. And eventually it got to the point where it was hurting no matter what I did. And
did you go to the party at all? Just get to the party?
My friend was like, dude, you just need to go to the ER. I wouldn't drive. I'd have someone come pick you up and take you to the emergency room.
That's big dick energy for that guy right there.
That's what I did. I was like, you know what, man, you're right. So I swallowed my pride. I called
party host. You saying you ain't going?
Yeah, I called my friends. Well, I actually think the person I was with actually called and was like, hey, Tanner can't come. So I went to the ER, and yeah, I shattered my wrist. And I was in a cast for like 6 months. And after that, once you stop going for 6 months.
Oh, you feel like a fucking
You feel like
jello.
shit,
Yeah.
but you also lose the motivation to go completely. After that, I fell off. So it's been like a year or more.
I went for a solid month, and then I was starting to get a little. I was thin. I got a beer belly now.
Yeah,
it's bad. But I used to have some nice arms, nice shoulders, and then I just got. What happened was, I was trying to, for RLTC, you have to run a certain distance at a certain time and do this many exercises at a limit, right? So I failed it. It just happens. I failed it, and it kind of just hit my morale.
Mm-hmm.
So I just quit working out, and I thought I was just like, fuck it, I can't do it. And so, look at me. I feel like jello. I need to go work out again, and just because I'm gonna have to do that test again.
Oh shit.
Because I can't.
Dude, you know what?
Join
we should be workout
ROTC.
partners.
What's that?
We should be workout partners. I know what to do.
I need a workout partner. I will not go by myself. I just can't do it. If I have a buddy, I'll go.
How much do you weigh?
130.
Really? You're that light?
I'm tiny.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, probably like more a little bit.
What do you think your max bench press and squat would be right now?
Dude.
Could you bench 135?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, fuck.
Well, we have to like find out.
I mean, I could still probably bench press 185 max, which was paperweight for me.
Well, see, what I need to work on is mostly the running and chest and shoulders and arms for these exercises for ROTC.
What you need to do is hits.
You gotta talk to me like I've never worked out in my life.
High intensity training. I forgot what the S stood for.
Oh, it's just like they what do they call it?
Spurts or something like that.
No, it's just workout program. You got it's on a CD.
No, it's not a CD. It's just how you run.
Oh,
instead of running for distance, which actually deteriorates the muscles in your legs, you do high intensity spurts. So you walk, and you build up your heart rate, and then you go full speed as hard as you can, sprinting, for like 30, 45 seconds.
It's a long time.
And then you walk for 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Then you do it again.
I mean, just walk, and then you sprint, and then you walk, and then you sprint, and that stimulates your body more because it's like a chase.
That does make sense.
Because, I mean, in the wild, we're not made to be running consistently at a certain speed. We never do that. If
animals they save their energy for that one moment to get that.
If we needed to move somewhere, we would just walk. So you walk as if, okay, I think I lost him. Shit, I see him again. And then you start sprinting really hard. Yeah. And then you're checking around what you think you've gotten away from him. So that's what that simulates. High intensity training.
So
spurts, sequence, something like that.
So you think we're kind of linked to animal nature? Like that's kind of how that works? Like,
but our bodies work like animals do.
Because we are. We're animals.
Our bodies, well, I mean, we have souls, but and animals don't.
You know what I mean?
Bodies are biological.
We are a carcass.
You can break down intensely how to gain muscle, how to lose fat, how to do this and that. Sometimes it depends on the person, but there's a lot of myths in the fitness community.
Do you do a lot of research on your own body? Like all those Instagram, like and Snapchat, like that guy who's like...
I never had those workout apps, any of that dumb shit. I did a lot of research on how your body builds muscles, how it does everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I do need a workout buddy to go and work out together. Where do you work out? I work out at
ATC.
I go at Works.
I would get a...
ATC is kind of like it's a chain. Works is kind of its own thing.
Local? I get a place with a little more options as far as machinery goes.
There's a lot of machines at Works. There's a lot of machines. There's a big old building.
And you want free weights. I don't know where Works is.
It's across the street from Bass Pro. It's in Sycamore. Yep. It's right next to the jump.
I get somewhere close. It's easier to work out somewhere close.
Because you're like, it's not too far.
Yeah. I might as well.
That's why we have this right here. We have some weights back here.
I come home after work. I drink my energy drink. Or not energy. What do you call it? Pre-workout. I drink my pre-workout before I went to the gym. And I did that so it would motivate me to go. Like, well, fuck, I'm not going to sleep unless I work out. And you're filled with energy. So then you have no choice but to go to the gym. You put yourself in a position where you have to.
I kind of like the routine where if every day at 3 p.m. or whatever time you pick, go work out.
I'd work out whenever, as long as I got the workout in.
Yeah. I think I'd do a little better if I had a routine. But
actually, it's better to keep your body guessing. If you do the same workout movements, your body gets used to it. You can do this. For like, you get up to 125 pounds curling like this, and then you get a wide grip, you're back down to like 80.
Because it's not used to that.
No, because it gets used to that movement. And you don't build muscle anymore, because your body's used to it. The reason your body gets stronger and grows is to adapt. So you have
but you can also pull things doing that too.
You have to constantly introduce new stimuli and new challenges to your body in order to force it to adapt. Otherwise, it's going to adapt to your workout and your workout style, and then it has no need to grow because it's good at what you're giving it already. Give it stuff it's not good at, and it will grow continuously. Because people always hit what they call the plateau, where their body gets used to their workout, and it's not growing anymore. You gotta switch it up, do new shit. man, because you bench press. I could bench press like what 215, and then you grab real wide as far as you can, and then it's down. Like okay, maybe 160. Ooh, it's rough.
Yeah, it's.
But you gotta love the process, man. It was such a passion.
I liked working out when I did do that.
Oh, I loved it.
It was awesome, but it's just when I hit that ROTC and I failed that test, I was like, fuck.
I didn't like working out with new people though, but
why is that? Because you got to change your whole thing up.
Not only that, but people for their first time were much less motivated. If people were going to the gym already, I could do it. And
well, sometimes now you're kind of the guy as a new guy.
No, there's a big difference in someone that knows what they're doing and someone that doesn't. Okay. When you take people that didn't work out and like, I had a guy tell me, I don't really know what to do, but I want to look like you. And I was like, first off, it sounds a little gay. Don't say
That's
that.
Not, they look up to you.
But what I would say is you want to
look at it.
I was telling him, you know, that's kind of weird. Don't say that. Here's what you want to do. Here is your goal.
Because everyone's different. Everyone's a different body type.
I told him you want to look like the best version of you can.
That's right.
You don't want to look like me. You want to look like you, but ripped. And he's like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, I know you do. Everyone wants to look like themselves, but ripped.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. And he did really well until he stopped going. And then it was like, well, shit.
Do I know this guy?
No.
No.
Some other guys, but you try to push them, you know, you're in their face like, come on, man, you can do more.
Oh, I love it when like, I get pushed because it's like, I know I can do it.
Some people get mad with it.
No, I don't get mad.
And they're like, dude, shut up. And it's like, I'm helping you.
I'm trying to help.
I'm shit-talking you to help you.
Yeah.
Dude, I love you like a brother. As soon as we leave, we're going to eat lunch. And we're going to be friends. And we're going to be fine. I'm not going to
shit talk. But the gym?
But right here.
Yeah, I own you at the gym.
You wanted to come work out with me. I'm pushing you.
I own you at this gym.
Yeah.
And you're going to be my little bitch.
And then there were those.
But then you go home as friends.
And then there were the wimpy ones.
Yeah.
That would just,
oh,
that's too hard. I can't do it. Yes, you can. You just did that way. You can do this way.
We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to go work out. Even though I'm
actually the guy that was the bitchiest I ever worked out with was Nick Rooney, and that guy is ripped today. Have you seen him?
No.
He lost all the fat. He's ripped. I'm proud of my dude. He's looking good.
Remind me to look him up.
He's looking good. I'd show you.
I know. Your phone's dead.
Oh, it's almost I got 1%.
Show me, dude. Show me. So your workout. What do you eat? What do you eat?
Chicken, rice, and broccoli.
So you just eat some.
Fuck! It died right as I got to the
just died.
Shit. But no, the dude got big. I'm super proud of him.
I'll look. Does he have an Instagram?
If he watches this, kudos to him. Yeah, it's just
does he have an Instagram?
He's on the same Instagram all through high school and college.
I need to change my Snapchat. We made that in middle school. We need to change that shit. I'll look it up later because Wi-Fi in here is trash.
What I ate, I can't eat anything now. Fuck it, when I'm in the mood.
See, I need to eat better because I've been eating popcorn ice cream.
I'm going back to the gym soon. I want to put on weight before I go. Having weight to
throw. What do you weigh?
Huh?
What do you weigh?
I weigh probably like 175 right now.
Really? You don't look like it.
I know. You still retain some of your muscle, but
I need to weigh myself. I think I weigh 130, 145 maybe.
Probably way more than that.
More than anything.
Probably. You seem muscular, and that weighs more, but you're tall.
Tall? Fuck, I ain't tall, dude.
I'm taller than you, but you're not like a midget.
No.
So your bones, your muscles, everything weighs something. Your organs, they weigh something.
Yeah, of course. But your muscles weigh more.
Probably more than 130. Maybe 140.
I think I weigh 145, 150.
I was like 150, 160.
I have,
in
like
high school,
I said,
before I started working out.
Yesterday, I ran 2 miles.
Fuck that.
You're not a runner?
Excuse me. No, not a runner at all.
I like running.
I did the high intensity training shit because it does help your heart.
That's what Trey likes to do. He likes to go hard and heavy really quickly.
And that helps your top speed, and it actually helps your longevity, because you're not continuously winding your body to where you're just I just ran 10 miles. Fuck.
I cannot run 10 miles.
Because running you should treat it the same way that you do with working out. You work out until you feel pain, and then you stop. You stop when you quit.
Because the pain is the muscles tearing and growing on each other.
Right, and growing. They grow after they tear. They're micro tears. You can burn your muscles out to where you do damage, and it's worse than it is good. You don't actually grow your muscles.
You
start regressing.
Yeah, you start
so
losing
you start
muscle.
lifting less. You start losing muscle,
Okay.
and you're like, what the fuck's happening? You're going too hard. You're
All
not
right.
going efficiently.
How does
same thing with running?
HIIT help your heart? That's what Lauren asked.
High intensity training.
How does it help your heart?
It gives you cardio. Good cardio, like running does. Running a marathon, what do they call it? It's not marathon running, but when you're running for endurance training. That's bullshit, and I despise it, and that's a myth. You run for 5-10 miles continuously on a treadmill, you're screwing your body over. Now, you may get super thin, and your muscles might become like elastic metal strands to where you can just run forever, but every time you do, you're destroying your muscles little by little, and it takes a toll on your heart as well.
Interesting.
It starts deteriorating.
Because your heart's a muscle as well.
You want to train it. So the same thing with running goes for the rest of your body. You want to train, but not enough to fuck it up.
Just enough.
So you want to run enough to where you're winded and you're like, oh shit, and you're tired and your legs are burning.
That's where you stop.
And then you stop. You do it real quick, high intensity movements, and it's kind of like lifting weights. You're running as fast as you can. That's like lifting weights. And then when you stop, that's the rest in between sets. And then after 20 minutes of doing that, of going real fast for a few seconds and then walking for a minute or two, after you get through 20 minutes, you're done.
I need to give that a shot.
You're done after that.
How many? So if you're doing a standard track, 4 laps a mile, how many laps would you do those high TTs?
I'd say sprint for a quarter, then walk for the other 3. So from here to here, you're walking, and then you sprint real fast, and then you walk.
That's a half. Or is it a quarter you said?
Okay. So
okay, yeah.
Here's the track.
So
here's the track.
A track is 200 meters a quarter.
Fuck, dude.
200 meters. So you sprint at 200 meters, you walk 200 meters, run 200 meters, 200 meters, and then walk 200 meters. That's what you're saying, right?
So wait.
200 meters is a quarter a lap.
Of a lap. Okay. So you would sprint for 200.
No, I'm wrong.
Well, we can use that.
200 meters is half. 400 meters is a full lap.
Okay.
So 100 meters is a quarter of a lap.
So for 100 meters, you're going to sprint as hard as you fucking can. The other 300, you walk. Briskly. You're not just, la-di-da, driving Miss Daisy kind of walking.
Just kind of a speed walk.
Just walk.
Kind of walk it off. Because you don't want to sprint and then just stop and then walk. Because that hurts your heart.
You're kind of going.
Keep the pace up, but
letting
just
your
walk.
heart cool down a little bit slowly,
and then hit it again.
And then you sprint again.
And
it's okay. And you start sprinting as hard as you can. And that is way better than just regular running around the track at a constant speed, getting your heart up, never giving it a break. That fucks you up.
Yeah, I've always been told that
runners don't live very long for a reason.
I've not heard of a runner that's died at a very young age. If you can tell me.
They don't die at an old age, I'll tell you that. They all look sickly.
We don't die very old at a younger age. I appreciate the new follower, guy. We got a new follower. I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't put any overlays on this, so I cannot know who follows, but I see it in the dashboard, so I appreciate the follows, guys. Appreciate it.
For sure.
So we touched pretty
a little bit.
There's some. Yep. There's some. We talked on good exercise techniques. This is a silly one. If you wipe up or down your asshole, if you wipe after you take a shit,
you wipe standing up or sitting down?
Yeah, I wipe standing up.
I do too.
Yeah. Why?
It's just more comfortable, man.
Yeah,
I don't like having to. I'm sitting down.
No, do you go forward or do you go backwards?
Do you wipe going up? Or
like, do you wipe going this way, or do you wipe going this way?
I like going this way.
Yeah,
dude.
me too.
People that wipe this way aren't
they're
getting
spraying all that shit on their balls.
They're moving it all to the front, dude.
It's just disgusting.
Oh man, I would never get close to a person if I found out they wiped that way.
I don't think they'll ever let them.
If I was dating someone that wiped that way, I'd break up with him if I found out.
Just that sole reason. That's sole reason.
Not kidding. That's sole reason.
Today you would.
That's gross.
That's pretty gross.
That's unsanitary.
Would you not try to talk them out of it first before you go?
No.
Just right
because
there.
The fact that they think that's okay That's in their brain, man. It has at that point it has nothing to do with the wiping. It's all about
something else is probably fucked up on their head. It's like, no, we're not doing this.
I don't care where it goes, man. I'm just trying to get the shit out. Yeah,
no, it's not out, dude. It's not out.
Those are the kind of people that like. They're the dog that shits in
Lauren's
its own.
like, wow.
People like that are the dogs that shit in their own kennels. That's
and then eat it.
They sleep in it. They piss on their own bed.
Never back to front. Laura's on your side.
Yes.
Never back to front. So you know she's hiding it from you. She's front to back.
Oh God, that'd be awful.
I would love to meet Laura if I had the chance.
Maybe one day, man.
One
day. We'll go out to lunch.
Okay.
You ever had cookout?
Fuck, dude, that's my favorite place to go.
I fucking love cookout, dude. Hell
It's
yeah.
cheap and it's good. It
fills
you up. It's cheap and it fills you up.
Dude, I used to go to Taco Bell. Taco Bell's so fucking expensive
I
now.
can't eat Taco Bell. It just destroys
I go there
my
on a
ass.
day, it's like $30.
Oh.
Half that price. I cook out.
No, not even half that price. $10. $10.
Meals. I mean, like eat like a king kind of food.
You get like 4 sandwiches and four servings of fries.
I'll get a burger, 2 orders of fries, little mozzarella sticks, some chicken tenders, a large drink, like
$7.
$7, $8.
$7, yeah.
It's fucking
Cheap.
awesome, dude.
And you go to the movies all filled up and you save like $30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of the
and it's right in front of that movie theater.
Right in
too.
front of it.
I always eat there before I go to the movie.
Have you tried that Taki's place? That place.
That Greek food place?
Yeah, they replaced Tellini's my favorite Italian restaurant.
They were a little expensive, but I like.
I love
chicken.
I never paid for it because I always went with family.
Shrimp Alfredo was the bomb.
No, meatball spaghetti. Like the bread. The bread was the highlight of that place.
The bread was awesome. It was
the bread was the
phenomenal.
highlight of that place.
I was never a spaghetti guy though. Never liked
spaghetti.
Never liked spaghetti. I don't
Well,
like marinara and noodles at all. Actually.
I mean, you have to disagree on food because spaghetti's my soul food.
Sure, we can. I know you were a runner, right? Did you do running?
Yeah, pasta's my soul food with the
running. The carbohydrates the day before. I get it.
The carbs.
Excuse me.
You're good, dude.
I got my carbs through brown rice.
Okay.
Brown rice was awesome.
I like rice.
That was good for me. Brown rice and.
Do you like white rice?
No, it's not as good for you.
It's just you don't taste anything on white rice.
I always undercooked my brown rice though. I could never get it right, so it was always gritty. It was like sandy.
It's like eating like sand.
Yeah, I was bad at that, but I was great at cooking chicken. So
you never had my venison. You didn't have some of my venison.
I just cooked some venison for myself and my girlfriend when I hunted a deer. We had it frozen. I thawed it out, and pan-seared and cooked. Deer tenderloin.
Best thing on the planet.
Awesome. I
Best
loved
thing.
it. I didn't have enough time to soak it, so it had a little bit of a gamey flavor, which was very disappointing.
Gamey flavor is a little bit of a it's allowed on this kind of.
It kind of had that deer piss flavor where it was a little too gamey. I get the
bloody.
It was a little too bloody.
Bloody. I like a little bloody.
That pissed me off. I was very disappointed in that, but it was good overall.
Lauren says sake's not that bad. That place I replaced it. It's not bad. That's what you just said in chat. It was really good. I can't believe how well he cooks. Oh, yeah, Lauren says she can't believe how good you can cook. She's vouching for you, dude.
Thank you. I'm a jack of all trades.
But
you know what is that expression? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Fuck. I think with politics.
No, but Trace had this little party at his house, and I was the chef. I was the master chef.
Really?
I was master chef. Grill master, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I had deer burgers, this thick, this big.
Ooh.
Deer burgers, brother. I had 12 of them.
Damn.
With onion, peppers, cheese, fries. Hot dogs, shreds. I cooked some hot dogs and I cut them this tiny piece and sprinkled on the meat. So I had a little bit of beef in it. But all those burgers were gone. I felt so good.
Last time I cooked on a grill was like 2 years ago when some buddies of mine went to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We went down to Destin, essentially.
Everyone goes to Destin.
It was a place right out of Destin, but that's Fort Walton.
Fort Walton.
And a buddy of mine, his family got 2 condos down there. We all stayed in one. Excuse me. And we went to the grocery store, got groceries, got lots of seafood, meats and stuff.
What's your favorite seafood?
Shrimp.
Shrimp?
All the way.
I like shrimp. You do like so you don't like any
oh man.
No, sorry.
I started cooking on this hotel grill,
Yeah.
right? It's like a public grill, big patio, gazebo, shit like that.
Yeah.
Pop that grill open, clean it off, and me and Decap actually.
Decap.
We're
See you
grilling.
Wednesday, brother.
Grilling. Me and that guy were master chefs.
Master
Because
chefs.
he helped me season all of it too.
I'm gonna cook some venison
And,
for those guys on Wednesday.
We had lemon pepper shrimp.
Cook some burgers.
It was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
We mashed up the seasoning in the burger, and then grilled it, so it had flavor all the way through.
What's your favorite seasoning? What's your weapon
For
on
what?
for
what though?
For marinating on burgers.
Burgers.
Marinate. Is
Man.
it Dale's?
No, we got some Porky's barbecue dry rub.
Okay.
No, I just say.
Have you ever tried Warsons?
Salt and pepper.
Warsons sauce?
Worcestershire.
Yeah. Worcestershire. That's how you say it. Worcestershire. Yeah. That stuff's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Was it German? Worcestershire?
Worcestershire? I don't know.
That's not American.
Heinz, what is it? Heinz 51 or 59, something like that. Mix a little bit of yellow mustard in
Oh.
there.
But moral of the story, you need not the moral, but
black and season.
You need to try my venison steaks.
Sure.
I'm out, but
if you're cooking, man,
dude, if it's on your face, you're gonna eat it. You're gonna offend me if you don't eat it.
Oh yeah. Oh, eat it, brother.
That's the only thing that offends me if you don't eat my food. If you don't like it, I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Because I know my food's pretty phenomenal.
Best shrimp I ever had.
I'm pretty confident in that.
Best shrimp I ever had in my life was the shrimp I cooked that night.
It hits different because you have to pride in that food.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it
I
hits
made it
different.
myself.
I made that food, so you're gonna like, dude, try this. Like you're gonna want to share it.
Especially when you're hunting. Like you killed it, you processed it, I cooked it.
Well, I didn't. I cleaned it. I didn't process it.
You took the organs out and the skin off.
That's what you cleaned it. You field dressed it. You took the time out of your morning. You went to a public land or private land out in the wilderness. You killed an animal. You slaughtered the animal. You took it to a processor. In a week, you got the meat back.
Mm-hmm.
You thawed the meat out. You slapped it on the grill. You prepared this meal for your family. It hits different than going to a restaurant and getting a beef from a total slaughterhouse. It hits totally different. The meat tastes so much better when you harvest it yourself.
I've had shrimp at Ruth's Chris before.
What's that?
I'm really upscale restaurant.
See,
we have one in front of the Vineyard Vine store in Germantown.
Oh, okay.
But still,
shrimp up this high north, up here, this high up north is just like I know in the south, but it's just too far away to just have shrimp and fish.
I just got back from a fishing trip with my brother-in-law in Louisiana.
Louisiana is probably the best fishing place you can ever go.
You probably saw some pictures on my Instagram.
I don't think I follow you. Maybe. I don't touch Instagram.
If you don't, I'd be offended.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine.
I'll hit it up, man. I'll hit it up. I'll look you up.
Yeah, he took me down there. We went fishing in the bay on the second day. We went out about 40 miles off in the Gulf. We were as close to Cuba as we were Louisiana. And
you're kind
deep
of
sea fishing. Yeah.
Could you see the land? Could you see you in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, we were in the middle of the ocean.
You
there was
couldn't see anything
no
but
land
water.
anywhere. Just oil rigs. As far as the eye could see, just oil rigs and water.
That's probably the best place to fish.
It's
by oil rigs.
Oh yeah, no, they love the little.
They love that little coral onto those rigs.
Yeah,
they love that.
They love it. Great fishing over there because we actually pulled up like right next to an oil rig, like boat post on the oil rig.
Mm-hmm.
This close.
Oh yeah.
But man, that sun cooks you. I had second and third degree burns when I got back.
Third degree?
The skin on my nose was just peeling off. It was
This is a little
brown.
weird. This is a little weird,
skin
but
was brown.
I kind of enjoy peeling the skin off my.
This was not at all like a regular sunburn.
This is not a sunburn.
There's like
this is hurts.
There's like ashy sunburn and there's like blood red. This is painful sunburn, and then
Did you not put any sunscreen on your body?
I did. It cooked me anyway.
Did you reapply?
Yes.
Then you probably shouldn't be in the sun. Just get out.
I don't even burn like that. I don't burn. I tan very well, and it's still.
What do you call it? Lemon or lime or like what do you call it? With with the vitamin that makes you tan?
Melanin.
Melon. That's the
melanin.
Melanin.
Yeah, man.
Melanin that makes you tan.
In your skin, yeah, it darkens your melanin.
So you didn't have very good melanin, or you had good melanin, just over melaned yourself.
It's probably because I was so pale then, and I wasn't as tan.
So you kind of skipped the tan stage. You just went right to burn.
Man, it fried me.
I had a pretty good burn on the first day of Destin.
the skin on my nose was brown.
That's not.
And
That's
the skin
not
up here
right.
was brown because it was totally fried all the way through, and it
Mm.
peeled off like it was like fish food.
Ew!
It was like
Woo-hoo!
it was solid dry. It was not stretchy or bendy like skin at all. It was
It was
solid
fried,
and
solid
flaky.
cardboard.
It was like flaky where you could break it,
Oh,
but it was covered in oil. It was very oily.
that was
oily
unhealthy.
flakes.
Did you have
It
any
was
like?
like
Did you have
third
major
degree burn.
headaches or anything like that?
No, I was fine. I actually fell asleep on the boat after being burned on the way back.
Dude, whenever I go to like,
It
you
was a
can't
2-hour
sleep.
trip.
I could not sleep because I had to like sit a certain.
Mm.
I had to lay a certain way because it would just hurt to lay.
5-hour round trip. It was 2.5.
You only
out.
have 5 hours? You gotta do 12 hours, man.
For what?
Fishing.
No, it was a 5-hour trip, so it was 2.5 hours out and then 2.5 hours back just to get to where we were fishing.
So how long did you fish?
How
long did you save the oil rig? Or did you
we
only fish the oil rig?
We woke up at 5 a.m. and left immediately, and we didn't come back till like 4 in the afternoon.
That's fair.
So yeah, it was a lot.
When I go fishing in Destin, we wake up at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Get there at 5:30, leave at 6, and come back at 6 p.m.
The crazy thing is the fish out there don't give a shit. They're not scared at all.
No, they have massive teeth.
They tell you when you cast a line, if you don't get one in a minute or less, if it takes more than a minute to get a bite, pull it up, recast.
Because there's fish down there.
Are you sure? 1 minute?
That's all it takes.
I fish in Tennessee, and those catfish don't.
You have to sit
shit.
for like 10 minutes before you have to check a bait.
Oh, the thing is with the bay fishing, because we went fishing in the Bay of Louisiana.
Bay fishing is not as successful as really out there.
No, it's better.
No, I never. Every time I went to bay fishing, it was just terrible.
I caught shit like that. At one
you just
point,
had a really good day then.
You just had to get as close to the grassy area as you could because
that's where their home is. That's
they don't know.
Protection.
In Louisiana, there's like a bunch of marsh area, and so there's open in the bay, just water, and then there's a wall of like grass with a few weeds in between. So you throw as close as you can to that wall of grass. I'm not kidding. I got within a foot of it. As soon as the line hit the water, I got a bite.
There.
Yeah, reeled in a huge fucking. I think it was a red trout.
Yeah.
I caught multiple of those.
They good eating?
They bite immediately.
They good eating?
Oh, all that's good eating, man.
Okay, good. So I know some fish is not good eating. You like mahi? You don't like mahi?
Mahi.
Grouper, red snapper.
Grouper's
I cook some killer red snapper.
I got a lot of grouper, and my brother-in-law was like, "Oh, it's too small. You gotta throw it back." And then the dude on the boat was like, "No, grouper's good eating. You a grouper catching boy, ain't you?"
Grouper catching boy.
No, that's good eating.
Grouper are good eating. They're expensive too.
Yeah, apparently they're awesome fish.
They're really good fish. Have you ever seen a Goliath grouper? They're bigger than you and me and Trace and Hannah combined.
What?
They're heavy. Look up a group. Well,
talking about like a tuna.
No, it's bigger than a tuna. I'll look up a Goliath.
Tuna.
Goliath. How do you spell Goliath?
Goliath.
Goliath grouper. They're massive fish. I think they're just fucking massive.
Sick.
But they weigh like maybe 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Like you can't just fish these things.
You know, like redfin tuna can get up to
like look how massive these things are. They're massive.
That's a big ass fish.
Yeah, dude. That's massive.
Are they edible?
Yeah, cool? You could look how thick.
Is it just as good as regular grouper?
They're not as good, maybe. I don't think they're as good. But you can't believe.
I mean, dude, you catch a 150-pound redfin tuna, that's like 15 grand.
Oh, it's all based upon their muscle and fat.
Yeah.
Their muscle, their fat is the grouper or the tuna. Like you stick a little tube in their side. Lodge. Yep, and they pull up how much red is. The more red, the better, or the less. I don't know which one, but the more or less.
The more red
would
would be more muscle.
The less red then is more fat. Because the gray would be the fat, and then that's fat? What you want.
Why would you want more fat?
Oil, fish oil.
Really?
Fish oil. Yeah, not the food.
Oh shit.
You know, I mean, you can eat a lot of fish, but like the fish oil, that's in everything. It's in a lot of things. Fish oil? Oh yeah.
Plus, if you need caviar out.
Yeah. What do you think about shark fishing? I don't like
it. Take it or leave it.
I don't like shark fishing.
Yeah.
Cause do you know what they do with sharks?
Actually, it was my brother-in-law.
You know how you shark fish? You know what you do? You know what you can eat on a shark?
What you what?
You know what you eat on a shark?
No.
Just the fins. That's all you can eat.
Really?
It's the fins.
I've had shark before. Kind of dry.
It's because you're eating fins. You eat the fins. That's all
It
you
was
can eat.
alright. It was fried, so it was fine.
Well, let's
He
say
tried-
this. You probably
he
can't
tried
eat
shooting
shark.
it.
It's just not as good as the fins.
Tried shooting it. Brought it up to the water and then was gonna
Well,
shoot
what kind of
it.
shark was it?
It's a tiger shark.
Mm.
It was a big one.
Do you think tigers are? Well, we'll get to that. But
He
in
had-
Japan, I think it's in Japan or Asia. What they do, they have these massive boats, and like they have lines like every 4 or 5 feet apart, and then they just hoist them up, and then these crew members just come up the sharks and just cut their fins off and throw them back in. I'm still alive. I just cut the fins off and throw them back.
Well, you know, sharks eat other sharks, so that's bait.
That's every shark in that area, though.
They're bringing in more sharks by throwing
No, no. If you catch every shark in that area, you're just killing all the sharks out. If you take out the major predator in the area, there's gonna be overpopulation in the small critters, and then then you're gonna kill all the green life in that bottom floor.
Well, the sharks are shitty anyways. They eat all the fish. They're indiscriminate in what they eat.
That's not true, because some sharks they're population controllers. On BBC, I watched on BBC. Some fish eat these what do you call those spiky ball critters?
Blowfish, like pufferfish?
No, not pufferfish. They're little critters. Not a fish.
Sea anemone?
Urchins. So these urchins eat all this green life, all the plant life on the ground.
Sure.
And these fish take all these urchins and eat the bottoms of them, because you can't eat the tops of them. They're spiky. All right. So these fish eat the urchins, and then these fish eat those fish to keep a population control, and then so on and so forth,
Right.
And if you eat the sharks, if you kill all the sharks off, the mid is going to overpopulate and eat all these sea urchin eating fish, and the urchins are going to overpopulate because these top fish don't eat urchins.
Out of the ocean, fish eat other fish too. They don't just eat the little urchins.
I think it's
sharks are just like the junkyard assholes of the group.
No, that's not true though. You're thinking bull sharks or tiger sharks. Tiger sharks eat everything in their sight.
Well, what we were getting, they're shitty fish. They're assholes. They scare your fish away. They bite your lines and they break.
They're natural predators.
They're douchebags, is what they are. I don't like them. I don't care to eat them.
I love sharks. I love sharks. Because they've been here longer than we have. We need to respect the sharks.
I don't think we need to respect shit. We didn't respect the Native Americans.
Let's see what we have now. So I think that's the problem. We just need. They've been here first. We need to respect them.
You know what? Fine. If America belongs to the Native Americans, then Europe belongs to white people. And everyone that's not white in Europe needs to leave, because white people have been in Europe for thousands of years.
I'm talking about sharks, man.
I was talking about Native Americans, and
we're talking about sharks.
Oh man, fuck.
I'm talking about sharks, bro.
Sharks are really cool. Conquering, and I'd like to conquer the ocean and get rid of sharks.
Dude, if you get rid of sharks, you fuck the ocean.
I'll leave a few, okay? But there are too many right now. I think
there's not enough. There's not enough sharks. We killed a lot of sharks off.
I think they're overpopulated.
No, they're underpopulated,
on our side
bro.
Of the coast, they're overpopulated.
Well, I don't know what side they are, but overall they're
over in Japan, where they're eating all that kind of shit, and they're like killing dolphins and whales by the truckload.
Oh, I hate that. Dolphins.
Fuck those guys. But on our side, we have too many sharks.
No, I don't think so.
Excuse me. Well,
do you know for sure?
Never know.
It's just kind of like a thought. You think? Do you know for sure?
Every other fish I saw was a shark, and it was pissing me off.
Well, because they're attracted to you catching those fish.
Sure.
Yeah, that's just natural predator. That's a natural predator.
They're just assholes.
Well, because they're eating your food. They're eating your food.
That's your competitive. This is my fish. You know, you bring a fish up to the surface and they get.
They are assholes, but we still need to respect them because this is their place.
I don't respect.
The ocean is their land.
You know what? If they're not respecting the food I'm catching,
dude, they don't have the. No, Tanner, they don't.
They can't. Fuck, man.
How do they respect? They're not.
Most sharks don't. They're
not humans,
me.
dude.
I don't respect them. Well, why do we owe them respect?
Because we're the greater being. We're the better person.
So we're supposed to be the bigger man with sharks.
Yes, dude.
No, fuck them. We're apex predators.
You kill off sharks, you're gonna kill this planet.
Apex predators. I don't give a fuck about sharks.
I like my sharks.
They can live, they can do their thing as long as they stay in check. But if they start having too many babies and they start eating too much of our food,
well, that's okay, bro.
Then
that's a population control. That's a population control.
Well, we need to control their population a little bit more.
No, they're underpopulated, my brother.
I don't think they are. Certain species.
Certain sharks.
I'll throw you a bone. Certain species of sharks are
You
severely underpopulated.
like what sharks? You know what sharks though?
I'd say like the great white.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
No.
It's the reef sharks.
The reef sharks.
Reef sharks are underpopulated.
I don't know anything about
Makos, great whites are not really. You can't really fuck with a great white because it's kind of too big to fuck with, and also it's not. I mean, you're going just for the fins. There's a lot of animal, a little bit of fin. Some people respect it, some people don't. That's why a lot of that. But it's the reef sharks, makos, some others are smaller sharks. Smaller sharks that are more in the open oceans and on the reefs. That's what is need to be respected. Is those local sharks, not the deep sea sharks that like great whites make like great whites, tigers, bulls. Those I'm not sure, but I know reef sharks for sure are having a problem.
You ever punch a shark?
Dude, I would. You know where you punch a shark? I would. I've never punched a shark. That's when the nose, shark, the eyes or gills.
Well, yeah.
Nose, but the sensory over the sensory overload.
Sensory overload. You're triggering me.
You gotta quit the chatter because you know I have a sensory overload. The chattering to keep it at a minimum.
They kind of swim up like, what's going on? You hit them in the nose.
Like, fuck off.
Back off, and they're like, Ree! No,
yeah, they don't like that very much.
If you're trying to hurt them, you go for their gills, but
or their
I
eyes.
had a neighbor in Vietnam, and he was in the Navy.
You just kind of tap him. Get out of here.
Scuba diving and shit like that. Whenever they were underwater and sharks would come up to him, he was like, you know what? They're just curious, and if you don't want them to fuck with you or bite at you, you just pop them in the nose. As soon as you pop them in the nose, they think, oh, this isn't food, and they go away.
Because food fought back.
Yeah.
I don't want food that fights back.
Food runs. It doesn't fight you.
No.
Unless you're a mongoose.
Fucking mongoose, bro. Mongoose are
crazy
crazy animals. They don't fear anything.
I saw a video that comes
Or is that a mongoose? A mongoose and another animal. What's another animal?
Snake?
No, not a snake. It's kind of like a mongoose, kind of like a little bear.
Weasel?
Not a weasel.
A little bear like a koala?
A bear? No.
Honey badger.
Honey badger. Honey badger don't give a shit.
It's an old meme. Have you seen the rifle though, the honey badger? I know they put it in like Call of Duty Ghost. It has the built-in silencer that actually goes in the like a skeleton of the rifle.
Called a honey badger?
It's actually called a honey badger. It's badass. Built-in suppressor. Cool as shit.
You know what the coolest gun is? The MTAR. You know what that is? A bullpup gun.
I always
the whole gun's a barrel because the barrel's all the way back on your shoulder.
Use the MTAR? No, I think I used the TAR 21.
That's also a bullpup gun, isn't it?
In Battlefield 4, it was a bullpup.
Yeah, bullpup. It's a big old arch on it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It always had like pinpoint accuracy in that game, and I always ran the TAR 21.
I like running the MG4. Right. I like LMGs with 20 rounds. I
couldn't do it, man.
Dude, all I need to do is just lay down in a corner. Just laying down, dude. They'll never cross you.
You're a camper.
No. What I do is I run the 20 rounds, I run off, reload, and then sit in a corner. I move around.
Have you seen the new Call of Duty?
No, I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not a fan of this new Call of Duty. It's a remake for the third time. No, for the second time. They remade it. They remastered it when Advanced Warfare came out.
It's a reimagination of the Call of Duty.
Okay, I never played it. I just thought it was a
It's called remake. Modern Warfare. It's not a remake though. It's a reimagination. Different storyline. I think it's the same characters, but everything's different.
There's surprises in it.
New storyline. So it's gonna be new everything. Everything's gonna be new to us, and I'm kind of hyped for it because they're. A lot of people are playing
it. Wait, has it come out yet?
No, but they're returning to the very gritty, realistic roots that Call of Duty had.
Well, I thought they did that with
not the PC World. What is it like World War II shit? Call of Duty World War II. That was garbage. It was too PC. They couldn't even use a swastika for God's sake.
Yeah, it was too.
It was garbage, but
too politically controlled. Is that what I mean? PC means
politically correct.
It's close.
And you know that was actually coined in the Little Red Book in communist China or Maoist China. Huge communist, killed 100 million. He coined the term politically correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
a way of keeping everybody. It's a way
of
keeping everybody in line because
they're not demonic inclined.
Well, if disagreeing with people on a political level wasn't socially acceptable anymore, or wasn't politically correct, then you wouldn't have any political dissonance, and that's why he coined it. He wanted things to be politically correct. And correct by whose definition? His definition.
If it ain't his definition, you're wrong.
Yep. And that way he could control the political sphere. And that's what we have today. It's a weapon of control.
Ooh. What was I was going to talk about the my Call of Duty kind of franchise kind of hype ended at about Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was pretty good. Black Ops 3 was pretty trash, I thought, in my opinion.
Black Ops 3 was trash, and Advanced Warfare was trash.
Black Ops 2 was pretty good.
Infinite Warfare was garbage.
I think they're on a decline, bro.
World War II was garbage.
Well, no!
World War II was garbage.
No. What was the best Call of Duty? That's all the Call of Duty has ever been really good.
World at War was good.
World at War was good, yeah.
Modern Warfare 2.
Did you like zombies?
I never played Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, I like that one. I think 2 is better.
2 was the best Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Especially because of no Russian. I'm just kidding. No.
But
I did like No Russian though.
Are you more of a Battlefield guy or are you more of a Call of Duty guy?
I never took sides.
You just kind of played what was your fancy.
When the good shit came out in both,
like Battlefield 4,
games,
best Battlefield ever.
I did fuck with Battlefield 4 heavy.
That game was good. 3 was good. Battlefield 4 was even better.
The Tar 21 was my shit.
Best map? 4. Metro.
And what? Battlefield 4?
Yeah. Metro.
Which one was Metro? You have to remind me.
You're in the subway. It's a big linear map. It's like just a
my favorite was like the Serbian prison.
That's Lockout.
Lockout?
Lockdown or Lockout. Yeah,
Something
same kind of map. Same
that
kind of
was
map.
Fun.
Linear, long, bunch of corridors. Yeah.
That was fun. For Team Deathmatch, I liked the one where it was the abandoned factory. And you could climb all the way to the roof.
Yep. Snipe and just
jump
off.
That was fun. Yeah. I think my favorite though was
favorite mode. I was
depending on the day, man. I either played Team Deathmatch or Conquest.
I like Conquest on those 2 maps, Lockdown or Metro, Gunmaster.
The one where you're in the city.
That's like Shanghai.
Almost nighttime.
Shanghai.
It's not the
one
where the tower collapses and you're in the city. It's not that one. It's nighttime and you're in a populated area and there's like this.
Is it China? Is it in China?
Maybe, I think so.
Okay.
But you can actually land on the roofs of these buildings. It wasn't just the one skyscraper like in the Shanghai map. You could land on multiple buildings. And people would always drop down to like one level below the roof and use their parachute to brace their fall and then snipe.
I think that was also Shanghai. There was also buildings you can jump. You can land on Shanghai.
It may have been like a part of Shanghai. I don't know.
That was probably the back end of Shanghai.
But
you can land on buildings.
Much fun. I landed on the buildings and I just sniped like a dick.
No, dude, that is what they do.
Conquest, the map.
Conquest is
the railroad, and all the green, and then there's like the small town with like the
there was a ton of maps,
stone brick walls.
You played those on Xbox?
Looking cities, yeah.
I played on Xbox as well. I got banned off PC. I don't know why. I can't play it on PC.
What?
I don't cheat. I don't know how to cheat, and I got banned. I don't know how, but I guess I'm just too good.
But I forgot what that place is called. But it was a real rural area with a train that went through it. People that watch right now, they'll know what I'm talking about. That was so much fun.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you could run through the city and just annihilate everybody.
Yeah.
And then pick up someone's sniper, get on a roof, and pop people.
Why would you not spawn with a sniper? Did you run out of ammo?
I just went with it, man. I preferred the assault class.
I prefer the medic class. I like being support. Like on Apex Legends, I play pretty regularly. I rather play the support class or the assault class. Like I just go.
I'm so shit at Apex. I never got into it.
I like it.
I played Fortnite from season 1. I was there.
I was so whipped.
I was there when the Skull Trooper thing was in the shop. I saw it and thought it was gay. Little did I know it'd be worth a fortune later.
Oh, it's worth it, yeah.
Until they re-released it and it was worth nothing. But up
People
until
wanted it
that
so
day, it was worth a fortune. And I was there from the beginning of season 2 where you could get the Black Knight. I played all the way up until halfway through season 4 where you could get like that cyborg
I quit at
suit.
season 6.
I got John Wick.
I started at season 3.
After I got John Wick in the 3rd season, I was pretty much done.
I kind of played because my friends wanted to play.
Gay. They got gay as fuck.
Oh, it got bad. I don't like it anymore, but it's the top This is the top Twitch thing right now. It's the top thing. And then you got that. GTA is actually number one or two.
I think the top Twitch thing right now is like big dumb bimbos playing video games. Mm-hmm. Like Alinity like throwing her fucking cat above her head. Not only did she give it vodka, but she was like, Milo, you're in the way, and like fucking tossed it behind her. And no, tell you what, they didn't ban her, but they banned anyone that said like hashtag ban Alinity or hey, why are you guys not suspending her? But anyone that questioned them or their decision making got banned.
Off of Twitch.
Off of Twitch.
What?
Yeah.
See, I'm very new to this.
I don't get you
but
banned
that doesn't.
By talking about it, but people talking.
Well,
about
if you get this
like
one banned, I'll just make another account.
Dude, I mean, well then they banned that one. But
no, I just said
they banned you just for questioning their decision making with this dumb bimbo.
Who's dumb bimbo?
Alinity.
Who's Alinity?
She's a female Twitch streamer. She's like one of those whores that has her tits out. She's a Twitch thought. You've heard that before.
Yeah,
she's just another Twitch thought. There are tons of Twitch thoughts. They come and Twitch thoughts go. There'll always be Twitch thoughts.
See, I like this. I like to do this until I really can't do it, because I enjoy Twitch because I like putting my content out there to the. I would love some gum if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Because my breath is great. Oops.
Oh, shit.
I got it. Ooh. Thanks.
Why do you think I brought it, bro? I don't want it for your breath.
I don't like it either. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. But
there's plenty. Like what's that woman who sold her bathwater?
Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showed her bathwater.
I bought some of it.
No, you didn't.
I'm just kidding. No.
If you bought bathwater, you're an idiot.
It's probably not even bathwater.
It was bathwater.
I thought about making a company called Belle Delphine's Bathwater. And then just selling water, like this is not to drink, it's just for shits and giggles. This is not
actually bathwater.
This is Belle Delphine Bathwater. Not actually Belle Delphine, the person's bathwater. And you put that in small print on the back. For a fortune.
That would be the biggest scam ever, but
it's already a scam. She's selling bathwater. So people can sniff it and take a little sip of it while they're jerking. It's disgusting.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's probably the people going to Air 51. Most likely. With their bathwater.
I think they're trying to draw the attention away from Jeffrey Epstein raping a bunch of children.
Think so?
Yeah. And Bill Clinton.
Flying
on his rape plane to his rape island.
Bill Clinton and Joe Biden are just two of the biggest idiots.
Uncle Joe's a faggot.
Uncle Joe
Biden touching on the kids, like a little girl.
What did I say?
Big.
What did I say?
Joe Biden.
Okay.
But he's massaging her.
He's like
sniffing her, and you're so pretty.
I think you're pretty.
Oh yeah, your parents are real proud of you. Yeah.
I love that. You're just massaging.
You like it when Uncle Joe when he rubs your shoulders. So you just start.
And you see that one? He's like, "Hey, he gave me permission to touch him." I'm like,
"What?
Huh?
What the fuck?"
Because he got so much traction.
I've never seen that.
Because he's live on television.
Why don't you show me that?
Okay, but he's like with a little kid. He's like this tall with glasses, brown hair.
He gave me permission to touch him.
He's like, well, don't worry, guys. He gave me permission to touch him. Like, Joe, do you realize what you just said?
I did see that.
Yeah.
No, he said some dumb shit.
He's always said some dumb shit.
But
Did you see the Democratic debate a couple weeks ago?
Did you start in pre-K? Oh, your hair smells good.
That creeped me out. I'll be right back.
Pre-K. Oh, it's so fucking hot. Yeah, that's Joe Biden.
That's Joe. Joe.
Where are you headed?
Bathroom.
Alright, I feel you.
Woohoo!
Well, guys, I would play on my phone while he's in the bathroom, but it's dead. So, I suppose I'll just awkwardly talk. Or tell you what, I'm gonna take his laptop and actually play good music, because he hasn't been doing that lately. Is the video paused? No, it was just buffering, okay. See if we have any comments. Well, Cookout is great. Lenny's was really good, but the Zeke was
Probably lost all our viewers.
Really good. I can't believe how well I could. I could tell, but
We're at 3. Oh, we gained one. I actually go to the bathroom more often. Am I still streaming? Alright, cool. What percentage am I at? Alright, I'm actually gaining because I've used the right charger. We're out of beer, but doesn't mean we will quit.
Hell no.
I'm still good. Oh, favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some good music right now.
Leave in chat, favorite music. And ask us questions, please. Questions help.
What's your ancestry?
Ancestry?
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
German, Irish.
You think German, Irish?
Spitball, anything?
Mostly, I think Irish. Irish and, probably European. Mostly.
I'll play some good. I'll play some good German music.
Irish music.
Irish music.
I love that
music?
shit.
Yeah.
Irish hoedowns. Love that. It really and the Norwegian hoedowns too. You know those bagpipes. Do 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 do. You know that kind of shit. It's pretty good.
Don't you worry about it.
You got me set up. You playing off YouTube? Why don't we just go on Spotify, bro? You know what that is?
It's not gonna be on Spotify.
Why not?
I don't know, man. It just isn't.
You tried?
I think so. Right here. Orthodox Celts Rare Old Mountain Dew.
Shit it, bro.
Mountain Dew, I didn't know was actually a term for whiskey.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because whiskey's made in the mountains, right?
I don't know. Give me enough of the fine old stuff that's making it Galway Bay. And feelers all from Donegal, Sligo Nathan too. We'll give him a slip and we'll take a sip of the rare old Mountain Dew. Yeah, he's talking about whiskey. Yeah, I fuck with this, man. I love this shit.
This shit's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
I got some more dogs or cats.
dogs, dude.
Why dogs? Why
Genuinely,
this little dog right here? Would you like smaller dogs or big dogs?
That dog's useless, but so is mine. I have a teacup.
You have a little Chihuahua, yeah.
Fucking love him though. He's a good comfort dog, but dogs are useful. Humans and dogs have always had a symbiotic relationship, a mutual relationship. We help them, they help us.
Yeah.
And so they were useful. I mean, we have guard dogs, retrievers, hunting dogs. We have dogs for ratting and taking care of pests. Did I already say security? We have herding dogs.
Security, yeah.
Yeah. Sheepdogs
there was
that
this
actually
dog.
guard your flocks.
You know this California fire just happened recently? The most recent California fire that had some controversial laser beam there was it was a big California fire.
Fuck if I know. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Okay, California fire. There was this herd dog who had a bunch of sheep to take care of.
Yeah.
Even after the house was burned down, the owner was missing because he left. His dog was able to keep the herd alive.
Really?
The dog.
That's awesome.
By hunting for them, being able to not hunt for them, but be able to protect them from the fire and be able to take them to grass plains from the feed.
Them around.
Yeah, just guided them to the right place.
He knew what to do, so he kept doing his job.
Because he's a loyal dog.
They're loyal.
Loyal dogs.
And you know what?
Cats.
Look.
Cats.
Here's the thing.
Because
because dogs have a relationship with humans, they bond with them.
Yeah.
They are pack animals.
Yeah.
Cats are not pack animals. That's why people can bond with dogs. People can bond with horses.
You don't think cheetahs, lions, tigers, loners. They're lone survivors.
People can bond with pack animals, dogs and horses.
They're social animals.
Included because they're social animals, and we are too.
So that makes it work.
When you lasso, horses all run in a line in the wild. And what you do is you ride up and you lasso the horse at the front of the line. Because the one leading the pack or the herd or whatever you fucking call it.
Like a herd.
Yeah, if you lasso the one at the front of the line, he's the leader. He's the alpha horse. You lasso him.
You got all the horses.
All of them follow you after that.
Because you have taken control of the alpha.
And then they listen to you. Now you are the alpha. And that's how dogs see you. Now
the alpha dog is in the back of the pack. You know that, right?
Everyone else protects him?
No. This is how it works. So you have 11 dogs, 11 wolves, right? The front are the weak and the sick. All right? They are the ones that are watched after and they lead the pack. The ones in the front, they protect the front. They protect the front flank.
You know what I'm doing, bro?
No, I think you sat on it, dog. You think it's in the cracks.
Yeah, I did.
You got it? Okay. The ones in the middle protect the side flanks. The ones in the back protect the hind flank. The one in the back is the leader, the alpha dog. So it makes sure no one falls behind. That's the leader dog. That's the alpha. There's the one in the back.
That's sick.
See
that's why dogs are so willing to like go attack for us.
Because
that's why dogs want to walk in front of you. You ever thought about that?
No, this dog. No, not this one.
No, dogs.
But
most
dogs
lead. When you put them on a leash, they walk in front of you.
They lead.
And that would make sense because they think, oh, he's in the back, he's watching my back. I'm gonna look out here for him.
I'm gonna watch in front. He's gonna watch my back.
But even though you're in the back, they still recognize you as leader. Maybe. That's cool. I never thought about that.
It's crazy how some dog trainers don't use English to train their dogs. They use German, French.
I get that. You know why? Especially with attack dogs. That way the person can't sick them off.
True. And
no, bad. Get down, bad boy.
They understand
down.
They
have no
German.
fucking idea what you're saying.
No, they understand the German or any foreign language.
Deutschland, and then they
go. Doesn't they go? Yeah. Same as some horses, like professional horses. If like they're racing a horse and some idiot tries to say "halt" or something like that, trying to stop the horse, don't hear you. Don't know what you're saying. It understands the German or it understands the French or the Dutch out of the rider. I would love to own a horse. I would like to own a horse.
Horses are beautiful, but like I said,
or a rideable
dogs
dog.
love you. You can train them, and they follow you. They recognize you as the leader. You're the alpha.
Come here, Pax.
Cats aren't like that. Cats have no relationship with you. They don't care about you. They don't have a bond with you.
If you give them more, I think cats mean more attention than dogs.
They do.
Than to bond, but they will never be as strong as a dog. In my opinion, it won't be as strong, but it might have some bond. Because Malibu, my Hannah's cat, does have a bond with her, but she spends time with that cat every single day.
I don't think so. I think in a house fire, that cat would fucking dip and leave her to die.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
I know.
But like at a social level, like
my dog would sit at my door,
wait
even
for
if
you
it
to
was
come out.
open, and wait for me, or he'd try to wake me up if there was a house fire.
The little Chihuahua.
That dog would die in the house with me.
No, I think this one. We've been really bad. This dog would probably dip. Because it's also our fault. Because we haven't given this dog a lot of attention on training it.
Poor thing.
But she's a house dog.
You just have to be rough with it. People are so pussified with training their animals. Like,
no, we're not. We just don't have time.
Animals understand aggression and pain. And they understand positive reinforcement as well.
Come here,
if they do something good, you give them treats. When you give them something bad, no, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you spank them, and then you tell them no.
There's different philosophies and psychologies on how to train a dog. All dogs are different. You're in the same breed, they're all different. They all have their own personalities. They can't understand
logic and punishment like that. So.
Yeah, because they're social animals. They understand classes and they understand leaders.
Yeah, that's what's important.
Like some small dogs are leaders or big dogs. I don't get that. Do you understand why big dogs are scared of little dogs?
Maybe the aggression level?
Chihuahuas are aggressive little rats.
I don't think they take them as a threat. They're just like, oh shit.
It's like, what the fuck? You know?
I think if you were to pit them against each other in like a dog fight, of course the little dog would get shredded.
Because of size and muscle, of course, and it's just
obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious.
That's Southern heritage, dude.
This is what we need, man. This is what we need. Try and see if they can hear us. I don't know. Hey, Lauren, if you can hear us, leave us in chat, please, because this music's kind of loud, but we just want to know so you can actually hear us.
More than likely, they'll be able to hear us. Our voices, especially being deep, will travel much further than this will.
This frequency?
Yeah.
I agree. I just want to make sure. Not an audio major. There you go.
Look away, Dixieland.
But we've had a lab named Sambo, and he was a good dog. When Hallie was born, he passed away, so we always blame it on her. But he was a good dog. He was a good dog.
I want a Doberman. Not a Doberman Pinscher. I mean like a purebred Doberman.
I want a pit.
Big ass fella. I don't know if I want the pits. And those big shark heads are like flat and wide. They look goofy.
Music is fine. Okay. Lauren says, I had a Doberman that was scared of my Jack Russell.
I want a mean Doberman.
A mean Doberman.
I want a furious, Mean
Why do
motherfucker.
people want mean dogs?
Well, they're not mean to you. They're just mean to everyone else.
I mean, the people that are like a threat.
Intruders.
No, like this one where it's
Ideally, I'd want land,
lick everybody.
right, and a few animals. So, I'd want one that can take care of the animals I have.
So you want a farm?
Not a farm, but I'd like to
Have some farm
partially
animals?
live off the land and partially live elsewhere. So if I needed to live off the land fully, I would know how to do it and I would have the resources to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could also go to the grocery store and get popcorn or whatever the hell I want.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're,
that's
ju-
great.
you're out, but like out of society, but just far away where you can jump right back in. Yeah,
I want to be far enough where I can have a gun range in my backyard.
Yeah, I want to be going like, I'm gonna go waste some ammo.
Yeah.
Let's go pop rounds in the backyard. No one's gonna fuck with me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But,
You ever watch
you
Demolition
wanna-
Matt?
Demolition Ranch, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
just
the
saw a
kind of
video
land I
where
want. He has a
he's-
big house on the middle of the land, and he can go shoot in the
I
backyard.
just saw where he's rebuilding that mansion.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch that video yet.
Hype for it.
Tanner wants a vicious dog. Kind of nervous about that.
Oh well.
She'll get over it.
Absolutely.
She'll get over it.
She trusts me though. It's not like I'm gonna let the dog attack her.
I hope not.
Because if the dog ever attacked her, the dog would be dead, and then we'd have to get a new one.
So, I would back off getting a new dog pretty like after that happened because I would be so like traumatized of like why did this dog attack my girlfriend? I would kind of just chill out for a second,
I don't know.
not like immediately get a new dog. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm kind of sensitive to that kind of
Well,
stuff.
dude, like, you scared it and it bit the shit out of you. Now, if a dog breaks me and, like, tears my fucking forearm open to where I need surgery, I'm putting a bullet in its head. I don't even care if it's my dog or not. Even if it's not my dog. Like, if I come over to someone's house and their fucking dog lays my arm open, I'm shooting their dog in their living room. What?
Yeah, that's a little heavy for me because
It's heavy, but...
that dog, even if it was your dog,
Especially if it's my dog.
If it was my dog, I'd be very disappointed, but I probably wouldn't shoot it there and then.
That's
If it
a
happened
breach of
again,
loyalty.
maybe. If it happened
Again?
again, maybe.
I mean, if it just bites at me, I'm slapping the shit out of it. What the fuck? You don't bite me. You know? I'm looking
But
I'm
I'm,
feeding
like,
you, I'm training
I
you,
don't
I
like
love you.
the-
You
That's how
protect
bad
me.
owners are made. That's how bad dogs are made. It's from bad
No,
owners.
no.
You're talking about
You-
discipline
you
or you're
mi-
talking about punishment? That's two different things.
You mix punishment and discipline. Positive and negative reinforcement. They're like, no, you just give it treats when it's good. If it bites, you kill. No. When it does something good, you reward it. You good boy! Woo! And you give it treats and you love on it. And that dog almost becomes, or it does, it becomes an extension of yourself.
It's your,
It'll
it's your
follow
right
you-
arm.
It'll follow you around the house everywhere. It's like your right hand. But as soon as that dog bites you, and it breaks that
Snaps at
trust, yeah, that's when you
Punch.
hit it and you show it that that's not acceptable. I am dangerous. We gotta keep this level, okay? So you're a guard dog. You're protecting me and my family. You don't attack us. You don't bite us. You don't snap at us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was unclear of
'Cause,
what punishment
Same
you
thing. If
inclined.
my kid's fucking with a dog, like it's a small child, it's fucking with
It's
a
like
dog,
putting its
and
nose
the
in it,
dog
like its finger in its
snaps at it.
ear. Yeah.
And the dog snaps at it. First thing I'm doing is smacking the dog in the face. And then I'm spanking my kid.
Yeah, both of them are the bad.
Yeah,
dog
both
house.
of them are wrong. Don't snap at your family. We're your family. You protect us.
They'll fuck with
That
the
dog
dog.
is protecting us. It's part of the family. Don't do that to family.
You will get a dog that will stand taller than me on its hind legs, like a what do you call that kind of dog? What's that big dog? That big Great Dane. Did you get a Great Dane?
No, those aren't guard dogs. I want a mean dog, man.
Doberman.
I'd want a Doberman for home defense. And I'd want a Border Collie.
Big iron on his hip. It's a good song.
Border Collies are genius dogs. And I'd want that for a working dog.
You know what a good dog is? Is a poodle mixed with a
Poodles are good dogs. Good
Poodles?
guard dogs.
poodles are, yeah.
As gay as they look, they're great
You
guard
can always
dogs.
make them look not as gay.
When they're all covered in fur, I guess like that's good for protection. You can't bite it anywhere.
Well, I
Maybe
mean it's
they're
curly.
all-
I don't like the curly
It's
look.
just,
And also the shedding. I don't want to shed. That's why we got this dog. It's because it's a good cuddle dog, good lap dog, and doesn't shed. That's why we got it. It's not a guard dog. I mean, it's a good, sweet little puppy. Just doesn't
Yeah.
like to walk. I mean, she's not a good walker.
3 dogs. Sorry, I'd have 3 dogs, if not 4. One or
You
two.
have 3 dogs?
I would.
You would have 3 dogs.
Ideally, 1 or 2 guard dogs for the home. I'd have a border collie to herd and deal with the livestock, and then I'd have. You remember Sam Sheepdog from Looney Tunes? He had the red fur that covered his face, and but the
Oh
rest of him
yeah,
was,
the
like,
big old
cream-colored.
big old mop.
Yeah, the big
Mop. It's a mop.
Yeah, he's a mop. A dog like that
That's a sweet puppy.
to protect the livestock. And the reason you do that is because
so these 2 dogs would be teammates. They'll be partners.
Any animal like a coyote or wolf that tried to attack the dog would have a very difficult time biting through all that fur. I mean, they have dogs with dreadlocks because you're not getting teeth.
Have you seen those? Have you seen those leashes? Not leashes, but collars that have spikes on them. Yes, small spikes. And they're guard dogs that fend off wolves because the wolf goes for the neck. Wolf bites down the neck, it's gonna get a needle in his nose because of the spikes on those collars. That's pretty smart.
I never thought about that. That must be why they do that.
Yeah, there's spikes on those collars to protect from wolves biting their neck because they're gonna get stabbed.
Yeah.
They're trying to bite that collar or bite his neck.
They're gonna get stabbed. They're not gonna be able to hold on, and
the dog's gonna get the higher advantage because there's a fucking needle in his nose.
Protection.
Yeah, I thought it'd be pretty brilliant.
Put one of those bandanas around their neck to keep it from puncturing.
Yeah,
you know.
But I think that would also kind of create some mange on the dog because there's no oxygen getting to that neck. I don't know. That's kind of a superstition. But the spike, I think, would make it look mean and also protect the dog. So you get best of both worlds.
1 or 2 spike collars, probably 2 spike collars.
Just get one that go like this. Goes kind of like out here,
or like a thicker one that has like offset spikes.
Or like maybe like this. It's like this thick around the collar. Go like that, so it has big spikes on it all around it.
It would need to be a little rigid though. You wouldn't want it to be able to bite down.
Not like just kind of just
a little stiff. That way those needles are pushing back.
No, I want it metal rods.
Metal, where it's just like a metal pipe around their neck.
Yes,
that makes sense.
And where it stabs that wolf in the mouth. Yeah, it won't hurt the
dog. Be
dog.
Uncomfortable for the dog though.
No, just put some cloth underneath the metal. I mean, some of these dogs have metal leashes or metal collars, so they when you pull on it, they retain.
You can always sew leather straps around the metal bar.
Yeah, to read straight.
Like a thin metal bar, and that way it would provide comfort and a little bit of meshy flexibility.
Yeah,
but you'd still have that
so
metal rigidity.
You wouldn't irritate the dog
behind it, right?
But also protect the dog. Plus those dog coats too. To protect to have security and comfort.
Sheep dogs like that have a lot of grooming needs. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of psychology.
But you'd want different work dogs. Ultimately, all dogs are better than cats.
Yeah, cats.
I don't trust any guys that own cats. If you own a cat and you're a man, I don't trust you.
I don't have that problem because
across the board.
I like cats.
If you had cats, I wouldn't come.
You serious?
I'm genuine. Yeah. If you owned like cats.
What if I didn't tell you and you found out when you walked in when you walk out? Probably not. Because that would have been disrespectful.
I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't have been douchey.
But you would have been very
I knew you
uncomfortable.
Cats, but I wouldn't have been trusting with you.
That's interesting. You just don't like cats.
I don't like cats. I don't like cat people. Especially men. I mean, women usually have cats. But men that have cats, that tells me they're a feminine male.
Interesting.
And I don't trust feminine men.
Okay. Interesting. I'm not a very cat person.
Why would you respect a guy that doesn't respect himself?
Well, I mean, you can't really bounce it off an animal. I mean, you might just like cats because cats are just cool to him.
They're an extension of the family that you get to choose. Why would you choose a cat?
Well, what if said person had a cat, but it wasn't his choice? Mom wanted the cat.
They tell you that's not my cat. That's my mom's.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
This is not my dog. This is my mom's dog.
If they identify with the fucking cat, I don't trust them.
Oh, you're allergic to cats.
I am allergic to cats.
So you don't like
Makes
cats?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, mom's allergic to cats too. She would want a cat, but she just can't have a cat.
I mean, there are certain cats I'm not allergic to. My sister has a cat, and that cat acts like a dog.
Because it's surrounded by dogs.
They also have this little ratty dog that is hyper as shit, and then they have a German Shepherd Wolf mix that's
surrounded by dogs.
Massive.
So it learns off the dogs.
That dog would fill up this couch right here. I'm not kidding.
Big dog.
It's huge.
See, I don't want a big dog, but you gotta pick up some big shit.
Probably as heavy as I am.
It's a big dog.
It's a big fucking
It's a
dog.
big dog.
But the cat's always chill. He's just shitty and catty. You know, they're all like cats.
Yeah.
You look at them, and you don't know what they're thinking. They're creepy.
What do you think the king of the jungle is? A cat or a tiger or a lion? What would win the fight? A tiger, or a lion?
A liger.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just kidding. I don't know, man. That's it.
It's a good question, ain't it?
No, it's kind of a gay question, to be honest.
A gay
If I'm
question.
being, like, honest with you, it's kind of a...
How's that a gay question? It's just a question.
Lions, tigers, or bears?
I think a lion would kill a tiger. No, backwards. A tiger would kill a lion.
They're not as pack animals, are they?
No, they're both cats and they kind of defend
They're
themselves.
self-hunters. Much more.
The female lions are pack hunters,
Depends. I think a lion would shred a tiger out in the Sahara.
but a tiger
You put
would
a
kill
ti-
a
you put a
lion,
lion
in the jungle. So that's what a lot of people think is just tigers rule the jungle, but lions rule the desert or the Sahara, wherever they live. That makes sense. But I think a tiger would kill a lion in a fight if they were in a neutral zone. It's not a gay question.
I think that... You dick. I think the lion would win because of the mane. A male lion, at least.
Because it has
It
protection.
has protection. A thick layer of fur around its neck.
Have you seen the muscles on the cat, though? On the tiger?
Both of them.
Have you seen the muscles on the tiger?
See the
Fucking
muscle
massive.
of a lion?
Not as massive as a tiger.
About the same size. Actually, I think
Dude, that
lions-
strength behind that swipe of a tiger?
I think lions are bigger.
No, the tigers are bigger.
Google
Tigers
it.
are bigger.
Google it.
I know they are.
Excuse me.
Bigger than a lion. Tigers and lions are the biggest cat species. An average tiger is 15 to 25% bigger than a lion.
What weighs more? That's what I'm interested in.
Okay. The the Bengal tiger, that's the tiger I like.
Bengal tiger.
Bengal tiger found in the Indian subcontinent is about 10% smaller than the Siberian tiger, but it's bigger than the African lion. So the Siberian tiger is 10% or no 25% bigger than the average lion. The Bengal tiger is 10% smaller than the lion. But the Siberian. No, I'm backwards. The Bengal tiger is smaller than the Siberian tiger, but they're both bigger than lions in weight and size.
Really?
Yes.
Kind of surprised.
Here's your
I was
weight.
wrong.
Here's your weight. The Siberian tiger weighs about 800 pounds. Your lion weighs 550 pounds. So you're almost
Wait,
half.
550 to what?
800.
800?
800 pounds is a Siberian tiger. Average lion is 550 pounds. The tiger is not significantly bigger than the lion, despite having possible several hundred more pounds more weight, but it's muscle. So that's why I think the tiger has way more mass. It has more mass, more size, and strength behind it.
You know what, man? You're right.
I win.
You're
So
right.
fuck you.
Alright, you taught me something.
I did.
Shit.
Lions don't have anything in the tigers, bro.
Lions,
Yeah, that may look good, but you get a bitch slap from a tiger. Fuck. What about bears? Brown bears.
Grizzly.
You like grizzlies? Grizzlies are pretty massive.
Meanest of the fucking
Dude, they're massive bears, but I think a brown bear could put up a fight against a grizzly bear. Like you said, the moose would go against a grizzly bear.
I think,
Moose would put up a fight, but I think the grizzly bear would actually overcome that bear.
I don't know. I'd like to think that the moose would win.
That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Herbivore defending against a carnivore. That would be nice.
Well, bears are omnivores.
Yeah, it's true. But still, eat meat.
Here's
If you can
another
only
song
eat-
for you.
Would you be opposed to just being meat, or would you be able to
Just
problem?
meat or just veggies?
Yeah.
Just meat.
Well, of course, but like, would you have if you could not eat any more greens or any more berries
meat.
or anything, just meat? Would you be a problem with that?
No, you're much healthier just eating meat than you are just eating vegetables.
I agree with that.
Greens, whatever.
Does your girlfriend like The Office? Because she just quoted Dwight Schrute. Yeah, that dog can snore, dude. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Woo!
I think they all just farted.
You smell it?
No, but that
No,
was a
she just
fart.
snores. She snores. No, she snores. That was a snore. She straight up snores all the time. That's my question. You gonna be silly past stories you think about sometimes?
Silly past stories.
Like stupid shit you did
Man,
that you like. That's pretty funny.
Me and some old friends of mine used to have the habit of taking drinks and climbing roofs.
That's stupid.
Climbing the top of a roof, take pictures of the skyline, have a few beers.
Oh, I thought you meant like jump off the roof. I totally.
No. No.
No, but that would be nice too. I've never been on a roof.
Especially at nighttime, you see all the lights in the city.
It sucks. Here, you cannot see as many stars as in the country because of pollution. That's why I like the country, because you can see so much more stars.
My old friends may or may not have, and I may or may not have been with them when they went, allegedly, possibly, on top of an elementary school to drink beers.
That'd be fun.
It may or may not have been fucking awesome.
Oh, I bet that would be pretty awesome.
But, no, my roof climbing days are over. I like to go rock climbing. Other than that.
That wears you out, dude, but it's good for you.
Oh, yeah.
It wears you out. You climb for like 30 minutes, you're done. No, less than that, 10 minutes. If you go straight climbing for 10 minutes, you're going to wear yourself out. Every part of your body's going to work.
I actually went with an old friend of mine rock climbing at, what is that place called? Memphis Rocks in South Memphis?
Yeah.
And we did that partner thing. And the dude was, he's a big guy, right? And so we ran into a problem. It was either he swings me, and I had to hold on, right? So you have to climb across your partner, and then swing the partner. You just climb across to the other side. He had the strength to swing me, but because he was so massive, it was hard for me to hold on. It was easier for him to hold on, but I couldn't swing him as well. So it turned out I could swing him because he didn't weigh as much, but I couldn't hold on for him to swing me, right? So he held on, I crawled across, and then I grabbed on and I swung him to the other side of the wall. And I swung him just fine, let go, and I'm trying to remember what happened. I think we held on too long to where I was all the way twisted around.
Oh, no.
And then when we let go, that momentum and that full body twist, instead of like swinging him, it was like a carry, almost, like you're swinging from a vine. And I lost grip with my right hand, and then when I fell down the wall, it just cut up my left arm. I still got scars there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
And another one from falling off the back of a car. See, right there.
Yeah,
that's the scar right up there. No, I think it was right here. There was one. It used to be this and that. That was from falling off the back of a car. Yeah. Crazy stories. A friend that was in medical actually patched me up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was cool. The dude who was driving the car and knew I was on the back of it actually dipped. When I came out of the bathroom, I was pissed. I was like, this dude swung me off the car intentionally. Because he was looping around a cove and I was just right on the back for shits and giggles. And when he got to about here, he just ripped shit. I mean, burned rubber. And it flung me off the side of the car. And oh my god, it was painful.
There was a story from Trace's brother, Trevor. Yeah, Trevor. He's a cop in Memphis. So there was this noise complaint in this place, and this guy, all I had to do was just shut up. And that would have been the end of it. Nobody ran, right? So obviously they had to go after him. You gotta hide, you probably hide something. So he ran after him, and he jumped off this like ledge, and where all this metal rods are sticking out. You know, metal rods are good for support for bridges.
Rebar?
Yeah, rebar.
Oh my god.
He fell on a rebar.
Impaled, didn't he?
Impaled? No. Not like impaled him, but like went up his asshole. Didn't cut anything up.
Vlad the Impaler kind of impaled.
He impaled himself up in his asshole. He felt major pain. And he's screaming on top of his lungs, right? And so Trevor and his partner went down there to check him out, and they started playing Would You Rather with him. He's like, would you rather just shut the fuck up or impale yourself in the asshole with a rebar? And he's like, shut the fuck up, bro. And they go to the hospital. Guess how many stitches he needed?
3.
8. That's all he needed, is 8 stitches. And went straight up. Like, not even didn't tear anything. Went straight up.
He's had some practice.
Probably. Because it had to be a little bit,
That's weird, man.
It was strange because the whole rebar was probably
Vlad the
up
Impaler used to do that to
up
people,
here.
you know who that is?
Who?
Vlad the Impaler, Count Dracula. He was a real person.
No.
And he would drive wooden stakes into the ground and impale people on them. He would drive it like through their ass, that area, and it would come out one of their shoulders or back of their spine.
Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
And they would stay alive on the spikes. But they couldn't move, they just hung there on the spikes until they died.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd wind his castle.
Yep, I've seen that. Yep.
Crazy shit.
The olden times torture methods fucked him.
It wasn't torture, he did it to defend against the Ottomans.
Because
Muslims.
Were those Muslims?
There were huge Muslim, yeah, they're Muslim, huge army of Muslim invaders coming in. Vlad the Impaler was actually Christian and had the backing of the Catholic Church. He was deemed a saint later, like a protector of the faith.
Oh, wow.
And, he killed his own people. And he did it to scare them off. The Ottoman Empire was going to invade and take over all of Romania. And he scared them so much that they left. They tucked tail and ran. And any that came afterwards, he was able to fight off. And he protected all of Romania by sacrificing a few people. Because when they marched into his territory, it was a bunch of dead bodies, and then people driven in the ground on spikes, impaled, still living.
You watch Game of Thrones?
For as far as you could see. Yeah, I saw it.
Did you see all of it?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that last season?
I thought the ending was funny as shit, where Daenerys went crazy, and all the feminists went nuts.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They didn't like it at all, but I did.
I didn't like... No, not coming from I just didn't like that. That's not Daenerys. That's not Daenerys.
It was.
No.
You didn't see her killing her own brother, dude. When,
Because he was a straight asshole, bro.
She watched her flesh and blood have molten gold poured on her, on him, and burn his head up. Just dead face. It wasn't even like happy, like, oh, he's dead. There was no emotion. It was just cold. Just a dead, mackerel-eyed stare.
It was good. I gotta go back and see that
She
episode.
was fucked in the head from the beginning.
No.
You see it over and over again. She was a tyrannical
She had to prove
ruler.
a point. She had to prove a point that she's
No.
powerful. That's why she did it. She didn't do it because she, like, wanted to
you
kill
know
him.
what
She wanted
went
to do it
wrong
because
with
she had
Daenerys?
to.
You know what went wrong?
What went wrong?
She was a female in power.
Oh my god! No, there's nothing wrong with that. I
Yes,
don't
there is.
care. It's completely fine having
no.
a female in power.
One, if you're a Christian, you don't believe that.
So I shouldn't believe that.
Women aren't supposed to run the household. It outlines that perfectly. Men are to rule over women. It says that in Genesis. The very beginning of the Bible. Men are to rule over women, and just because it's Old Testament doesn't mean we don't follow it.
Some people just read the old or just the new.
Christ said, I'm not here to change the law, but to add to it. So that's still law. I mean, there's some covenants we don't follow, like what we can and can't eat. There's some things that were covenants that we don't follow anymore yet.
Yeah.
But as far as the structure of the home, women are not to be in charge. It also says women do not be in charge or have authority over men. Not in politics, not in church, and not in the home. They aren't to have power. Because if a woman's place is in the home, and a man's place is out of the home, why would she want power outside of the home?
I just believe that women can significantly help out. I mean, men need to lead. Yes, men need to be leaders. I believe that.
Now,
but
I'm
women
not
can't
saying,
help out.
Just let wimpy, cowardly men lead because they're going to be weak leaders. I don't think women should lead, but I think men should be the leaders that they should.
Yeah.
There's a standard for men, I mean real men, to live up to and to
beards,
be
right?
the leaders we need.
Have beards, right?
Absolutely. I actually grew it because I was tired of the beard being taken over by the libtards or those scraggly, patchy beards that incels have.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, no.
Would you be the guy?
Manly beards
I think you would be the guy to go to New York and wear a Magna hat at a gay parade.
I wouldn't go.
Would you not just go to wear a Magna hat and just piss people off? No.
I'm not really in the business of just inciting people. I tell the truth, and if it pisses you off, good. But
because you need to be incited.
Like the whole point of the Bible is to offend people. It makes me mad when Christians say stuff like, "Oh, that's offensive. We shouldn't do that." The Bible should offend you because that lets you know something about yourself or the life you're living is wrong, and you need to change it, or you won't inherit the kingdom of heaven. And so our job is to be offensive.
So do you think women should have jobs? Or just
not outside of the home.
So you don't think women should have jobs?
Raising children and taking care of the home is a full-time job. There's not even enough time in the day for a man to do both, or a woman to do both. And we're good at each. We each have our own.
What about no children? No children, you think women should have a job? Before they have children?
No.
So women should not have jobs at all?
Help out in the home, yeah.
Because my girlfriend Hannah, she has a wonderful job at a oral surgeon. She helps her surgeon.
I am vehemently against women having careers. I think that was a detriment to society because it doubled the workforce, but it didn't double the demand. So everyone started getting paid less. And now, men and women both had to work to provide the income that we used to make just by a man working. Which means no one can get married or have kids. How are you going to raise kids and get married and do all this elaborate shit if you're both working full-time jobs? Just to
My parents pulled it off. My parents pulled it off. Did your parents pull it off?
Your parents lived at a different time, and so did mine.
We're
now living with the consequences of our parents' and grandparents' decisions.
That's true.
Our great-grandparents did not live like we did, or we're
Man
doing
worked,
now.
woman worked at home. That was simple back in the time. Yeah.
Women weren't involved in political conversations. They weren't involved in anything else.
My standpoint,
but women were loved and they were cherished.
Yeah.
And there wasn't the whole respect women kind of thing. But look, you didn't curse in front of women. You didn't hit them.
No.
You were very polite. You were chivalrous. But it was because you understood women were weaker, and that they were under you. And so you're not an abusive leader. You're not an asshole. You're kind and loving and generous, and you take care of them. And what I can't understand for the life of me is why would a woman give up the perfect life, right? They get taken care of, they get loved and respected to an extent, and they do nothing. They raise beautiful children, and they give it all up for power. Why would you give happiness
up for
power?
They want to
no,
work.
Women don't want to work.
Hannah wants to work.
Nobody wants to work. They work
they
have to.
I want to work because I'll be bored.
You can enjoy what you do, but you don't work just because you like working. You work because it serves a purpose. Now, I said on one of my podcasts, you name me a 9-to-5 job that will make a woman just as happy, if not happier, than raising children.
Why does it have to be 9 to 5? Why can't I just be like a weekend job?
You know what I mean? A job.
Okay.
A full-time job, a career is what I'm getting at. A career that will make a woman happier than having beautiful children that look just like her and the man she loves the most, and having a loving husband. Because you want to find a godly man as well. You don't want to marry a weak, cowardly man.
No,
you want
it's not a man, like you said. Like we said, it's not a man.
Because, I mean, if you're running the household and you're with a weak man, you're masculine female, well, then I don't consider you a real woman. Real woman, godly woman, with a real man, a godly man. There you go. It's a trick question.
It is.
Because there is no job that will make you happier than having a loving husband and beautiful children.
That is a perfect life.
It's great.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds great for me to be able to work and provide abundantly for myself, my wife, my children.
It's difficult for one person to make that kind of money nowadays.
And it's because women are in the workforce, and the supply of work is abundant.
It's not needed.
But it's not needed. So they don't have to pay you shit. You're replaceable. You're dispensable.
Mm-hmm.
And
so people are just going to come and go.
That's also why I believe the disenfranchisement, as well as men not having a valuable place in society. There are no female school shooters.
No.
There are no female mass shooters.
I mean, there's probably one or two.
That's only a maybe.
None I know. I know none.
We have a drug problem. We have a mental health problem.
Most suicides are men.
And it's always the ones on these weird drugs that they give you for ADHD or antidepressants. And it's disenfranchised men. A lot of them are black too. There's a weird thing about them being white men. Now it's white and black. A
connection to these shooters. Do you think these mothers are working because they're failing as mothers?
I believe so.
Yeah, that could be a connection. That these mothers are failing. These mothers are failing as being mothers, so they just go work, and then their child has a father because he's working.
They're not being developed,
or have a mother.
But also, if it were just men working, they'd have more times with their family, right? They wouldn't have to be out all the time.
Because the mom would be working and dad would be home, vice versa.
No, I'm talking about the men working, women staying at home.
Yeah.
The men would make enough money, they could spend more time with their family. And then they're getting a real father that, they get a good example of a good marriage that the man loves and takes care of his woman, and she respects him and follows his lead, and they get a good idea of what the structure of the household should be, right?
I agree with that.
And they're getting a real man for a father and a real woman for a mother. And now, when you have single mothers, they're not really getting a real mother. Because she's out working a job, she's stressed, she comes home, she's bitchy, she's and they'll say, oh, well, I turned out just fine. No, you didn't, because you don't know what just fine is. They're not even getting a parent. Most of them are in nanny care or daycare.
Yeah,
and they don't have a father either, because men are irresponsible now. They're weak-minded.
We did grow up in a different time.
We grew up in a worse time.
We did?
We did.
We turned out okay. I think I did. How do you think you turned out?
I turned out the way I did.
You turned out the way you needed to be. Do you believe in destiny?
Sure.
Like you are the way you are.
I believe God has a plan for me.
You believe that?
And
that's good.
If talking to people, sharing these very controversial, which aren't always controversial, ideals and beliefs is my purpose, then
so be it.
Everything that's happened in my life to lead me to this point was so I'd be better prepared for helping people.
You think those
and
times
fulfilling my purpose.
Yep. Those times were a blessing because
Absolutely.
those prepared you for now and for the fight that you have ahead of you.
Having a father in the home is huge. It's important. And having a real mother in the home that can stay there and take care of you and interact with you is important.
Yeah.
Because a man teaches logic and righteousness in his home. Fairness, rule of law, as well as respect. They are logic. They think with facts, reasoning. And they teach you righteousness and respect and doing good by others. And women teach you nurturing, love, compassion. While men also teach you mercy. Men are incapable of mercy.
Men are incapable.
I've seen men are very capable
of
capable.
Mercy. Yeah. Okay.
I said they aren't incapable of mercy.
I got you. Lauren said, I'd rather be a successful wife and mother instead of a successful CEO of $1 million company. I'd rather be a successful father than $1 million company owner.
Exactly.
Because I believe in the fact that once my kids are born, my life is over. I live for my kids now.
Well, your kids, once you have them, they are carrying your name.
Exactly.
That is your namesake. That's your title.
I know, because those kids are going to carry my legacy. So I got to be a good father to them so they can carry it.
Dude, especially your sons. As far as the girls, they should have a very good relationship with their father.
Very good.
But they should identify with their mother.
Of course.
To an extent.
They should be the better mother.
The sons should love and take care of their mother as well.
And sisters.
And not we have men that look at their moms today as like the leader of the house. Like they're a tyrant.
Yeah.
That's how they rule. In a single mother household, you look up to your mom as the leader. And you shouldn't be doing that. Men should look at their moms the same way the fathers should. I mean, of course, in a non-sexual way, but and I think that goes without saying. I just don't want my words twisted. But look at their mothers as the caretakers of the home. And so when they get older, they protect their mom. And then when they get much older, they take care of their mother.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right. Because after the father passes, because most of the time men pass first, they take care of their mother.
Yep.
Because that's your responsibility as a son.
My dream
they identify with
as
their
a son,
fathers.
I want to be successful and take care of my mom afterwards. Take her to I would love to fly her, become a pilot. That's also my dream, to become a pilot, to fly her wherever she wants to go, whenever she wants to go. Take care of my mom. She deserves it. She deserves the world. So does my father.
Absolutely.
They've done a phenomenal job of raising me.
I love to hear that. Because we have a debt to our parents.
We do. We have a lot to fill in.
They
ask so little of us. They ask so little of us.
As long as they do their job as parents. There's some parents,
and
people are going to say, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve anything but what's coming to them.
So
and that's facts.
Wait, so you don't believe parents deserve anything?
Not all.
Not all.
No.
Not all parents deserve it.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
No.
Some parents deserve it, some don't. Because they did a really bad job. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Some parents are just shit parents, and they...
Single moms, genuinely, with very, very, and I mean very few exceptions, unless the mom can turn around and see that, man, being an independent, strong woman was a bad idea. Single moms, I don't think they deserve the world. Oh, she raised me, she was the mom and the dad. No, she was neither. You got neither parent. You got a semi-provider for your household. That's it. And that's, dude, that'll piss people off.
Yeah, that would.
That'll piss people off.
Like I said, you're not going to offend me, you're going to piss me off, but that would piss some people off.
Absolutely. But I tell you, man.
But that's the truth, man.
Because what...
To your standard.
Some people, because I already talked about it, some people will come at you with the obvious exception. Well, what about if the dad dies? You know, or the other way around, what if the mom dies? But what if the dad dies and they're just left with their moms? I'm not talking about them.
I'm talking about abandoning
that
parents.
That woman was left with no other options. I'm talking about either irresponsible mothers who got knocked out before they were married. If you're knocked out before you're married, you had it coming. Okay, you chose to be a single mother at that point.
Yep.
You knew this man wasn't committed to you, but you decided to have a lifelong commitment with him. He ditched. What'd you expect? And I think, depending on the circumstances of who you choose, if they're turn out to be a shitty person, whatever, maybe a gambling addiction, whatever it could be, you know, well, you chose that person. Morals is a big deciding factor in who you're with. It always should be.
Makes a lot of sense.
So most of the time you can look and say, well, you know what, you had red flags from the beginning. You knew what kind of man that person was, and you went along with it anyway, so I don't feel bad.
If you had sex before you got married, you have consented to have a child.
Exactly. And you've also consented to the possibility of being a single mother.
So these abortions that happen are totally unnecessary because you consented a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Likewise, I believe being a single mother is child abuse. Because they're knowingly putting their child in a situation where they are worse off than if they had a mother that could stay at home and a father that was loving and could provide. They chose a single mother lifestyle for their child, and that's child abuse. If your mom was forced into a single mother lifestyle,
that's different.
That's different, obviously. You know, if your dad passed away, that's obviously different. You didn't have a choice. Sucks, yeah, it really does. It sucks.
Life.
But things happen. And then ideally you want the church and the community to help the mother take care of the child.
Yeah.
They'd have a man in the church that would mentor, you know?
Yeah.
Take him fishing, take him hunting, you know? Show him how to be a man sometime.
Show him his part-time dad.
Yeah, basically. Show him what he couldn't get from his mom. Because, you know,
she doesn't like fishing. She doesn't know that stuff because that's a woman.
And
that's not what a man.
She can't develop your logical side. And I think that's most of the problem. We have a generation of kids growing up without strong fathers in the home. It's a generation of single mom kids. And when you're raised by a single mom, your emotional side is overstimulated. Mothers stimulate emotions, fathers stimulate logic, reason. I know... I didn't know what she said.
You're still doing this?
I've met females before, actually a good family friend, who was raised by her father because she had a shitty mother. And this woman is very logical. It's unnaturally logical. She is still very emotional and defensive about things because she's a woman, but very logical for, you know, a woman. And very disconnected.
The question is...
She doesn't have a lot of connection, a lot of social skills. She's not empathetic at all. Her emotions are seared. if they even existed, because her emotions weren't developed by her mother, who is inherently more emotional. She didn't have that side stimulated as a child, and she grew up just being kind of cold. And there are women like that, and there are guys like that too that have grown up with just a father figure, not a mother figure, and they're usually a little more cold, and they seek a mother figure, especially in who they date. But you need both.
Yeah. Both is very, very balanced and very crucial.
Yes. And they have their own role, and they're both vitally important.
It's very hard to fill in both.
And I'm not saying like men are better than women, and women sure as hell aren't better than men. But the thing is,
everyone has a job.
Women and men are like water and fire.
Balance.
One isn't comparable to the other. They each have their own job.
One too much of one thing is not good.
Exactly. But
too much fire you drown, too much fire you burn.
The man is important. And he should lead the household. Too. And
both parties are important. That's the moral of this whole story.
Absolutely. They're both
important. Parties are very important. Mother to love and care, father to teach and discipline.
That's why I say child abuse, because you're knowingly putting your child or future child in a situation where you're worse off.
You will not. It's hard.
Even if they grow up semi-okay, statistically speaking,
they would have been out better.
They're more emotional. They have more mental illness and depression. They're more violent and aggressive. They end up in jail. They commit crimes more often.
Because they didn't have that father figure.
The single mother households are bad. They're worse than stable households.
It's very rare that they come out.
And because you're choosing that for your child, that's child abuse. Yeah. If you're choosing it for your child. I mean, if the significant other passes away, then you don't choose that.
I mean, do you? But just think about the future. Future's coming. Think about it. That's what you gotta think about.
Ugh. So did you get some questions while I was
the question is for you and not Tanner. What is your religious beliefs? I am a Christian. I believe a lot what the Bible says. I believe that each party of the household has a role. Now, being a single mother is not a terrible thing, but you did bring up a good point where if the mother consented of having a child before marriage, that's fucked up. Right. And vice versa, the woman left and the father was the one to take care of the children. There's no love. There's limited love because the father has to go work, so there's no care and no love for the children because the mother's supposed to be able to do that. And vice versa, the dad left. There's no discipline or anything for the child.
That's not to say there's no fault on the fathers.
They're still going.
We're on part 2 right now. We're about 4 hours in.
Yeah. Actually, this will actually benefit you. This would be a good conversation for you.
What's that? Would you like to join in?
Would you like to join in?
Single mother households. The
fathers and mothers.
Of fathers and mothers. Men leading the household.
Women loving and caring. One leaves, first the other.
A biblical marriage.
If you'd like to sit, please sit. It's up to you. But yeah, I'm a Christian. I believe what the Bible says. And with both parties being very important to each side.
What are you smoking?
Juul. Nicotine vape. You smoke?
We smoke on occasions, like cigars and stuff like that. Okay. That's all we tend to smoke.
You ever try it?
So are we live?
We are live.
We're live right now.
Hello, world.
Just pick up where we left off.
Yeah. So, Kev, this is my father, Kev Childers. We were talking about how households with a single mother is child abuse, and how the child is not having that father figure in the household where it won't be able to learn discipline, learn how to become a man.
Man's role in the household is to teach logic and righteousness, is on sound. And for women to have sex outside of marriage and knowingly conceiving a child outside of marriage, they're setting their kids up for failure. I mean, statistically speaking, you're worse off in a single mother household, as well as not getting the logical stimulation you need as a child. And knowingly setting your kids up for failure, I believe, is child abuse. I mean, there are obvious exceptions, like if the mother passes away or the father passes away, where you don't have a choice. But if you have a child outside of marriage, or if you're married and divorced because the sex is boring, or you disagree on things, or you divorce over something stupid, I don't mean like
Money.
you were beat or their other party was cheating, but you divorce over something stupid. That single mother household is child abuse to me.
What do you think? It's getting deep. We got deep.
That's deep.
Absolutely. But 70% illegitimacy rate in the black community. I think we're at like 50 in the white community. And we have a generation now of single parent children.
Yeah, it's the norm. It's the norm.
It's the norm now, and that's
it's
sad.
sad. Yeah.
There's a generation of fatherless children.
And motherless children.
I believe that's why everyone's so emotional and everything's about my feelings. It's because
they
didn't get a father in the home,
or a mother,
or at least a strong father figure, even if they did.
It's like I like the analogy that Tanner said: it's fire and water. Dad's fire, mama's water.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of one side is too much. Too much water, you drown. Too much fire, you burn. You gotta have both to keep the
raised
the
only
life.
by the father, and you're a little more cold, unemotional. You don't have that stimulation. For men, a lot of times they seek out a mother figure in women, and they get into unhealthy relationships. And the same goes for females that are raised in single mother households. They look for a father figure and get into unhealthy relationships. They're looking for a dad instead of a mate. And,
it's very explosive.
Kids need both.
Yep.
And without it, they get overstimulated in one area, and it creates a faulty human being. And without a hard reset, without something that can really ground them, they grow up and foster that. They don't forgive their parents. They don't try to move on past their childhood, especially for men growing up in single mother households. They don't try to act manly.
I agree with that.
They grow up like pansies. And then you're left with a society of masculine females and feminine males. And ultimately a society like that would crumble. And I think we need a strong grounding.
So let's recap that. What do you think? What's your reflection on what Tanner spilled?
Well, we have a society of quick gratification, and if you don't make me happy, I'll find somebody who will. There's a lack of commitment.
Lack of commitment, yeah.
To the sanctity of marriage. It is more or less a legal convenience versus a moral commitment, biblical moral.
So how about how much money you have?
You turned a religious ceremony into a tax break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So but even when everything is done correctly, I mean, marriage is hard.
It's hard. I mean, I've not been married, and I'm not going to stand here and act like it's easy.
I mean, you're the guy to talk to if you have that kind of.
I think you should do your due diligence in selecting a mate, and you should have clear boundaries, understand your roles. And for Christians like us, I believe you should be well versed in the Bible, go to church, pray together, raise your children to be godly men and women.
But even then, I mean, it's
challenging.
It always gets hard even then.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing you can't work.
But it's a good start
together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you?
It's a lot better than not.
I mean, the worst situation is I see people, friends, colleagues, cheat on their wives, get a divorce, get married with the person they're cheating on, and there's absolutely no reason why either one of them can trust each other.
Absolutely.
Because it was based on...
And Christ is not in that relationship.
Exactly. It was based on, a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of that's common now.
Unfortunately.
Is people jump from relationship to relationship. Rather than a relationship, okay, if you're not happy in that relationship, get out of it. But don't get into another one.
Right after is a rebound.
Right.
This is
Or,
not
transition.
or don't get out of it because of
You already have a backup plan set up.
Right.
That's wrong. That's just sick.
I've seen
that's
people
wrong
do that.
on
It's
many
scary.
levels. That's wrong in grade school. It's wrong in
They start having
middle
problems.
school. It's great.
Yeah.
It's wrong in high
Trust
school.
issues.
College.
I've seen
Big
girls,
time trust issues.
I've seen girls set up a sideline guy just in case it
Just in
falls through with
case.
the boyfriend.
That's so messed
And
up.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
Like, you might as well
So
end it,
disrespectful.
because it's already failing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
you
that
have
shows you the female has no respect for you. So if you ever catch wind of it, that he's just a friend thing, get out of it. Because she's not interested. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't care.
just in case you fail, you gotta back up.
You need to find
See, that's all
a
messed
morally
up.
grounded female, which are
Well
equally
respected
as
female. Yeah.
rare as very masculine men today.
I like the story he told me about mom. Then y'all go to you two went to a party, and you were just enjoying the party, and then mom came up and was like, you better like she's like you were like talking to some other person, like some other woman, and she was like, if you don't respect me, then I'm gonna leave. And you knew right then, was like, that's gonna be my wife, because she was a respectable woman. She had standards. She wasn't just a standard like a regular woman. She had standards. She had to be respected, and you knew that was gonna be your wife right there.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. How women can set the law down, but not like set your law down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have standards, they have respect, they're not just flesh and object. That's wrong.
Well,
But
I think in selecting a mate, the woman should do her due diligence as well. A man that goes and has a family and then decides, I'm gonna cheat on my wife and my secretary, and she won't find out. Who cares? That's not a man that really loves his family.
no, not even his children.
You wouldn't destroy a family at the seams if you really loved it. And likewise, if a woman's doing that, she doesn't respect you, doesn't respect your authority, because women aren't naturally overly sexual creatures like men. It's more of an emotional thing. So if there are problems, they don't respect you, they don't care. They're going elsewhere to find whatever they feel like they're missing. And women need love and men need respect. And when they don't get that, things fall apart. But you have to be willing to get and have to stand your ground when you don't receive.
That makes a lot of sense. Like when they met, they used to work together at the Med, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a cafeteria, and he would go and he would sit next to her. It's like 3 times, right? 3 times or twice. He would sit next to her, and she would just get up and leave.
Ooh.
Twice, something like that.
I remember once seeing her, and she came up behind me in checkout line, and I said, "Hey, how you like working at the Med?" Because I recognized her.
Mm-hmm.
She'd been there a couple months. I hadn't seen her since. I saw her in orientation. And, oh, it's fine. And then I said, you want to join me for lunch?
No.
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 I mean, if she gave up her affection easy, then
She had a decision made.
So she went up the escalator and then changed her mind and came back down. And that's when she messed up.
He's throwing me a bone. I need to give him a chance.
That's when she messed up.
But it all happens for a reason.
Y'all need to deal with that cooler because I don't think
Yes, sir.
it will leak.
All right, take the dog with you if you don't mind.
Come on, Pax.
I appreciate you coming in.
Hey,
That was a good story. That was good.
That was great. Thank you.
Keep on the podcast.
I appreciate it.
He's when I mentioned the podcast coming on and
Good info.
all that stuff.
Do you think you really expected that?
No, not out of you. He was like, oh, okay.
Not like we didn't get a good response because he was shocked.
Well, no, he's just you talked a lot, which is good, but he had a lot of process. I mean, being a father, like
he left his shoes in there.
he lives up here. He's gonna be probably sleeping up here like later because
Oh man.
he snores bad and mom kicks him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he liked that. I mean, that's genuine. That was genuine right there. If he didn't like it, he would just like, all right, y'all have fun. That's all he said.
Yeah.
No, he said something about it. So he really means it.
A lot of times, the older generations, at least not the
I don't care for all this.
Bud Light, drive around the John Deere lawnmower kind of boomers.
Yeah, like do finger guns and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm on my third wife. Those kind of dudes. There's an older generation that I believe is seeing the error of their ways. They saw everything they were preached to. Oh, like the 63 and 64 Immigration Acts, and even as far back as letting women vote. There were so many things that seemed like they were fine. Letting women vote, why? Because it's fair. Why should we let people
equality?
In? Because, we can share. We get more job opportunities. They were pitched, sugar-coated, and now that the sugar's worn off, it's sour. And I think they see,
like
shit.
This gum right here, it's just chewing it. Just chew it.
Yeah.
Because it's in your mouth.
And now
it ran its course, and now it's just
bitter
there.
in your mouth, and you want to spit it out.
But you don't want to.
Right.
Because it's in your mouth and it's already there.
And you've gotten rid of the trash can. There's no way back.
Nope.
The only way we're getting back to where we were, and I mean far back, not 1950s back, I mean like 1900 back.
Oh, that bad.
Before the 19th Amendment was ratified, being women getting the right to vote. If we're going to go far back as we were when the country was run successful, just fine.
Pre-20s?
Pre-20s. If we were to go that far back, we would need a hard reset on the government. A hard reset.
Like, wipe it clean.
Pretty much all the Congress people would have to go, and we would need new Congress people. New congressmen. Congress people, gone. Congressmen, in. And get rid of the weak-minded congressmen we have now, like Dan Crenshaw, and even Donald Trump. As much as it pains me to say it, he hasn't followed through on any of the immigration policies he's promised us. And
he has done a lot, though. He's promised. He has done a lot.
No, what he promised, a better economy. I don't care about the economy if my country's going to shit.
That's true.
I care about my identity, my people, my culture, my community, my family. I love my family. I don't give a fuck how much money I'm making. I can grow food if I have to. I can hunt. I can do whatever I need to do to take care of my family. I don't care about the economy. But when you start destroying the country that my ancestors built and that my ancestors left for me, and no immigrants. Immigrants didn't build the country. The country wasn't built by or for immigrants. Nope. It was built for us.
Americans.
White Christian men built this country and they left it to their sons. White Christian men. And now we've let open the floodgates. Because before, the 1960s? Actually before, a little bit earlier than that when we had some railroads. It was just white people with a populace of black that were slaves until they were free men, and then it was just black and white in our country. Mm-hmm. Everyone else, all the Asians, all the Hispanics, I mean everyone else, came after the country was built and sustainable. They didn't have any place in building the country. This country is not theirs. It is not their country. It's not a place for them. And I believe you ever heard of the Byzantine Empire?
I heard of it. I don't know much about it.
That's just the Byzantine Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire. Because the Western Roman Empire is the one that fell.
Eastern was very powerful.
To the barbarian hordes. The Eastern Empire, which they don't like talking about very much. I mean, they just academia. You don't hear about it much. It's glossed over. Because I remember when I read up on it, I was like, I've heard of the Byzantine Empire. It lasted. You know how long it lasted?
7 years.
70?
7 years. 7.
7?
07.
No.
20 years.
No.
I don't know. What?
1,200 years.
Really?
The Byzantine Empire ruled.
It's a lot of years.
And because they were xenophobic, it was a country for their people and their people only.
It was comfortable. It made sense.
If you wanted to live there, fine. They were very particular about who they let in.
Who they let in, yeah.
But if you were allowed to stay, you had a set of rules. You can live here, and this went for Jews as well.
Here's your standards. You got to follow these rules. You can't get out.
This went for Jews as well. Jews were allowed to have synagogues in the Eastern Roman Empire, even though it was Christian and white. But they were allowed to live in the Eastern Roman Empire, and they could have synagogues. But there were 3 things they couldn't do. They couldn't vote or hold public office. They could not teach. And they, actually I think I put 2 together. They couldn't vote, they couldn't hold public office or have any sort of influence, and they couldn't teach in academia. So they couldn't spread their ideas to the youth. So if you want your ideas, fine, keep it in your corner. teach it to your children and your community. But the society at large and this sovereign nation
We'll stay the same.
will remain what it has always been. And they lasted for
strong.
1,200 years, and the only reason they fell, every great empire has fallen from within, except the Byzantines. They were the only one to fall from the outside. They were overthrown by the Ottomans, the Muslims, outnumbered and outpowered them. But as far as their policies, 1,200 years is a really good number. And I think if we kept to what our founding fathers believed this country was and should be, and if you live in the country, fine, but you can't vote or hold public office because that's why. There were good reasons to why we had these racist, sexist laws. There were good reasons. Because this was a country for white Christian men. It was a country particularly for men. Men made the decisions. Why? Because they were the breadwinners. They were the providers. They did everything. Their domain was outside of the home. And bringing women outside of the home to work in the workforce, to vote and hold public office has done nothing but inject emotion and raw, illogical, hasty, what's the word I'm looking for? More of a sense of misplaced compassion.
Smart.
Where instead of looking at something with justice, because if you'd seen my whole podcast, and you may not have, but
no, I've not.
There's a
That's
study
why I
done
had to
about
follow
men
you
and
and
women,
check
right?
this out.
Men had a justice-based morality, and women had a care-based
Ha!
morality.
What's a Mexican's favorite sport? A Mexican's favorite sport?
What?
Cross country.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Lauren.
Shit, that made me lose my train of thought.
Fuck you, Lauren.
No, you're fine.
Joking, all jokes.
I know, man, you're fine. What was I saying?
Oh, you're saying miss
Right.
compassion.
Thank you. Men had a justice, and still have, a justice-based morality, where they look at things objectively, and women inject emotions and care and compassion where it shouldn't be, which is not ideal for running government. You want fairness and logic in government. You don't want emotion.
Nope. Feelings are very bad.
It's
when it's
destructive.
political. Oh, because it's...
Men were able to look at a wrongdoer and feel angry, while women felt compassion for the victim. When men saw the wrongdoer being punished, they felt gratified. They had dopamine drips in their brain when they saw someone being hurt. Why? Because they were evil and they deserved it. That was the mindset. You did wrong, this is your punishment, you deserve it, and you're getting what you deserve.
Makes sense.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
Punishment, it's justice. That's fine. Do you know women actually felt the same, but instead of towards the victim, they felt compassion for the one being punished.
Mm-hmm. That's simple. Oh,
Sympathy.
poor him.
That's too harsh,
Man.
No, I don't know.
He should be happy. He's having a chance.
He was a good kid. He ain't doing nothing.
I don't know what happened to him. He was good to me.
Show a picture of him when he was on honor roll in elementary school, not when he was sagging jeans and had a tattoo.
By the way, Cena Bun,
Same.
appreciate the love on the stream. You've been here since the beginning, brother or sister.
Sure.
I don't know. But thank you for liking the stream, man.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
And Lauren also sticking around with it. But yeah, the women have more of a emotional standpoint that they feel more sorry for the punisher.
Absolutely.
Or not punisher, but the
Punished.
punishist.
Even when they deserve it, they still felt bad.
Yeah.
And
Ted Bundy. He was an attractive young man.
That was it, man.
Attractive young man. He seemed very nice. He seemed very uncontrollable. Oh, he's cute.
He's cute.
He
couldn't have done
He's
that.
nice. He didn't kill
Shut
42
up.
more women. He didn't do that. And but he's a monster. He was a monster.
Female judges are the same.
What about Judy? You don't like Judy?
No.
That's an actress, though.
Yeah, it's all.
But she's pretty
played,
good. But she's pretty funny.
I'm just saying, female judges were found to be very discriminatory towards group preference.
I think when female judges, the more emotional heavy it is, they'll weigh to that side. Because oh shit, that weighs a lot heavier emotionally,
and I think
not factually.
Women are less capable of showing mercy.
Because they want to...
Who do you think the most brutal people are? Especially in
women want to kill us, man.
Women.
I bet Lauren had a couple, I'm going to kill Tanner. I'm going to kill him. No? She don't want to ever kill you? She probably haven't told you that. Probably she wants to kill you. But you never thought that same way.
If she ever has, she knows better than to say it.
That's good.
No, I like to believe, and I try my best to be good to her.
That's good.
I love
I'm
her,
the same way.
and I want to be a good leader, because I want to be a good example to my kids, multiple children.
Do you want to have multiple children?
I want multiple children, as many as my wife can pop out.
Drinking my Patron while my roommate while you guys going through beers. I like it.
Who's that?
It's Cinnabon. I don't know who she is.
I don't know.
But she's enjoying the podcast.
Sweet. Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah. She's like, we ran out of beer. We're out. But
sucks. Well, you didn't finish yours, man.
I didn't.
No.
Sure did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
No,
I'm out. It's
wow.
like it's just foam.
Wow.
But I still got this left.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
But
Oh, you didn't drink all the Gatorade. I'm gonna get off screen for a second. Get this Gatorade. Oh my god, dude. My throat's like scratchy. I'm just talking so much.
Good, man.
I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, you have, dude. No, this is not my podcast anymore. I've lost track.
And
this was your name. Oh, this is a back behind the scenes. Over a Beer was Tanner's idea of a podcast.
I had a patio set up with a really cool backdrop, and I thought, you know what? I never actually tried to do anything out there, but I thought I could do a podcast out there when I have some guy friends over and we talk politics, religion, philosophy, whatever. And I could set it up to where the phone would sit against the little umbrella holder, and then we could all sit in the patio chairs and drink a beer and talk.
That's what we're doing now.
Something manly, yeah.
I would like to change the scenery in this room because it's not, like you said, it's not a beer environment.
Outside would be nice.
That's what I would want. I would want it outside on a patio, like you said, with a nice lighting setup, and have it from a midday to
sun goes down.
So sun goes down. That's when you can
because the mosquitoes would be out as soon as sunset.
And you couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Or like an enclosed patio.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
That would be nice.
That would be better.
With a cooler in between your legs.
But
like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I thought, what would be a good name for that?
Lauren's really enjoying the podcast. Hope y'all continue with this. I hope we do when I go off to college. My plan is to have a different show. Over a podcast will stay in Memphis or stay in Tennessee with friends I trust.
Podcast?
The Over a Beer podcast, because I can have different shows. Where I will pull. I want it to be like called a college life podcast. Like I talked to you
Big
about
Man
this.
on Campus. I've always liked that.
Big Man on Campus?
Big Man on Campus,
like
the new guy, you know? Where it's like, oh, who's that? Oh, it's Big Man on Campus.
I like it.
Did I just give you another name?
Maybe.
I
Trademark 3%.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
I still need
that.
I agree with that. If this makes revenue, you get 2%. I promise you.
I thought I said 5% in royalties.
You said 2.
I said 5 in royalties.
You said 2. I can go back.
Check this out. My phone's dead, so I
can't
fact check
it.
myself. Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about it later. But
whatever percentage says, check.
Sure,
whatever percentage checks, you get 5%. If I can actually transfer it.
Because I was like, you know what?
It's a good.
The common phrase, especially with coworkers when they're gonna go out.
Let's go over a beer.
Let's talk about it over a beer. I was like, that'd be great because we're talking about heavy shit. Why
over
not talk about it over a beer?
Yeah.
So
it's a great phrase.
I was like, over a beer. Yeah. Why not? Just take that. Boom.
Gotta make sure the audio is still good like it is now and a little difficult outside. That is true. I mean, that's why I want an enclosed patio.
I've done it outside before. As long as you don't have a lot of traffic, it's not bad.
We have a lot of birds. You have ambient noise going on. But it's not too bad.
It's usually fine.
But if you have a good microphone, not from your phone, but a good microphone to your chest or in the center between you two, it should be good.
I don't think it matters, really. I've done it outside once, and I didn't have much of a problem. Of course, the phone was much closer.
Yeah, this is a little farther away, and it's not in the same direction.
Yeah,
it's not facing you. Plus, this phone, if we had an interview, the front speaker would be your audio, and then that back speaker would be my audio. So it'd be a little bit better if we did it closer, obviously, and in a noise-canceled place. That's why I like an enclosed patio where this noise is not so heavy, like birds, ambient wind, cars, blah blah blah, whatever's outside. But yes, an outside podcast would be great.
That'd be fun.
Oh, it'd be awesome because you can if you're not talking about anything, you can just like, oh shit, what's going on over there? You know. Or like just if you're thinking, you can like, oh shit, I just thought of something because you saw
it's
something.
outside anyways.
Because I'm a visual. Are you a visual learner? Yes, I am. What kind of learner are you? Do you learn with hearing, sight, or drawing?
I don't learn well with hearing. It goes in one ear and out the other. I do good seeing and reading.
Seeing and reading. So you have to do both. If I'm going to read, I have to. It's listening and seeing, like a movie. That's what I do really good in movies, because I'm able to see it.
That's why
and hear it.
Teachers aggravated me. I never liked teachers because they talk.
And that's it.
If they didn't write a word and they just talked, and it wasn't something that pertained to talking like we're doing now, where it was ideas, because you can't really draw out a diagram about idea. Well, I mean, kinda, but you get my point.
I get your point. At the moment, at your desk, you could not draw a diagram.
I didn't care. I couldn't listen.
And you couldn't retain any information.
Not at all. I'd much rather. I did better reading the textbook. And in fact,
I would do that too.
The best I ever did, the happiest I was in school, was an in-school suspension, ISS. They put you in the principal's office by yourself. You just read. You make your own schedule. As long as you get this work done today, you're fine. And I did the work. I read the book I had to. I had enough time for 2 movies and a nap. And I ate lunch while watching a movie. It was amazing.
Oh, okay. There's another good thing.
I actually asked if I could stay, and he told me no. I was like, "Are you sure I can't stay here longer?" He said no.
That's crazy. I had
Eric Wells. Man, what a guy.
Nick, what?
Eric Wells.
Eric Wells. What a guy, man.
What a guy.
I built fences with that dude.
Really?
I built fences.
For him.
I worked for him for a little while. That building fences is not easy.
No.
It's not easy. No, there's a lot of work.
You gotta
a lot of hauling.
Hole, you gotta put it in.
You have to dig it 4 feet deep. You have to do it like 20 plus times.
It has to be level enough to pour in concrete. And
level, has to be deep, has to be a certain distance between the poles, because you have enough panels.
There's slats to put in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's not rough. Easy.
No, not at all.
And you do that.
And you're out in the sun while you do it.
I passed out one time working with him. That was the last time I worked out with him, because he left shortly after that. He moved out because the school we went to screwed him over.
Yeah.
We screwed him over. Big old time.
I almost wish I'd worn shorts over here, man.
I got some shorts if you want to go run and get some shorts, bro.
Oh, no, I'm cold. Dude.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to get a fan going? We got a fan going. You hot?
I'm hot as shit.
Go run and get you some shorts, bro.
I was actually running out.
Let me go get you some shorts, bro.
No, that's fine, man.
No,
hey,
I'm already
don't
committed.
worry about it. No, man, I appreciate it, but don't worry about it. I won't put them on. Well, I'll be damned. It'll be disappointing when I don't put them on. But I told her.
You're not like a germaphobe. You can't wear other people's pants or something?
No, I just would prefer to take my pants off, put new pants on.
Just go to the bathroom right quick, brother.
Change back when I'm leaving, you know what I mean?
Just keep the shorts until you come back.
Nah, that's fine, man.
Alright, well, you got them. Ugh.
Yeah, I appreciate that tremendously, though. It's very generous.
No problem, man.
No. Because I don't expect we're going to be here for another, hour.
No, we were at the 2 hour, with the 2 hour and 22 minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking for 4 hours and 22 minutes.
Are you hungry?
Not really. You?
Really? I haven't eaten.
You haven't eaten at all? I offered you food,
I had some
man.
pizza earlier today. No, well, whenever before a podcast, it doesn't matter how ready I am for it.
You can't eat.
I can't eat.
You get sluggish. You get sluggish.
I have almost like irritable bowel syndrome where I get.
You just gotta poop, or you gotta poop.
Yeah, I gotta poop, and messed up stomach where it's like.
Like, did you ever do sports? Did you ever do an activity where you just did not eat before because you got nervous?
Just working out.
You never ate before?
Working out intensely, I didn't eat before.
Because if I eat before I worked out, I won't go work out because I feel like I'm like 100 pounds.
I would eat, wait like an hour, and then I'd work out.
Yeah, because you gotta weigh that down.
It'd give me enough time to take a shit, and then I could drink my pre-workout, and that caffeine would also make me have to shit twice. So I would have
all that food is gone.
I have the nutrients in my body, but
all
the food
the
is gone.
Fats,
yeah,
not fats, but all the solids out.
It's gone.
Yeah, all the nutrients you retain,
but
I
would retain the nutrients, so I wouldn't get lightheaded. Because when I first started working out, I wouldn't eat, and I get real lightheaded while I was working out.
Lauren would we should all get together, cook out before we leave, before I leave. That would be nice. And like you said, you're in the same house. You're still in the same house, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That we talked about before. Man.
You
And you're welcome to come back and bring her, and we'll have a cookout.
Sure, dude.
Yeah, I'll cook some venison burgers.
Me and Sam, the grill master.
No, just me, dude.
Just you?
Back the fuck off.
It's your house, man. All right.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing. But
No, I just expect the same if you were to come to my house. Like, hey.
hey man, if you have a grill in your house, you're the grill master.
Absolutely.
Unless you invite someone else to become the grill master. Like for example, Trey's had a party, right? And he was the host, so he was taking care of other things. So I was the co-host. So dude, go to the bathroom and go change and do some shorts.
I only have one True Religion shirt, and I don't know what it is about that brand, but I'm not a fan. It's a nice shirt.
It's just hot,
comfortable looking, but it's not actually comfortable.
It does look comfortable.
It looks extremely comfortable, but
it does not look
if you
good.
Feel it. It's not comfortable at all. It's loose enough in the body.
I feel like that's pretty comfortable.
But it's like the tube, and it doesn't.
Feels tight. It's tight.
I can't touch my elbows.
It looks tight.
It is.
Is it your size? Have you grown out of it?
This was a small. I guess I've grown a little bit.
I think you need a medium. I think that's
a
little tight.
For mediums, I liked tighter fitting shirts.
Make it look big.
Look, if I were to wear an undershirt, like an all-white T-shirt, I could leave this unbuttoned, and then I was fine. But having it buttoned the way it's intended feels uncomfortable. Because you're not actually supposed to leave it unbuttoned with a white T-shirt.
It looks weird.
It looks fine.
Oh.
I like it because it looks almost like a skater. It looks very relaxed, but I felt that was too casual, so I left it buttoned up.
Okay. Well, like I said, those can be yours if you want them in the bathroom. You can
keep them?
I like keep them, but you can have them until you come back, and then you can come back to me.
I can't keep them. No, I'm just playing. But no, that's fine. I can probably tough it out till we wrap up, and then I'll go get something to eat. If you want to come with me, you're welcome. I'll drive.
Yeah. If you don't, how many beers have you had? I think 2, right?
2.
And we've been on for 4 hours. We've been doing it for 4 hours, so I think you're pretty good. I think I'm pretty good.
I'm totally solid.
I'm totally solid too. I like this. I like this a lot. This is the V8 Plus Energy Sparkling White Grape Raspberry. Yeah. You knocked that out of the park. That was solid. I love it.
I shout those out on my podcast. I don't get paid, but I love the product. It's great.
I love that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I never had a V8.
It's caffeine.
I've never had a V8.
It's caffeine from green tea extract. Has nowhere near the sugar. The sugar in it is natural.
I don't taste the sugar.
It's natural from fruit. And it gives you all the caffeine from a Red Bull.
He's solid. Lauren's making fun of you.
Well,
she's allowed to.
No, I mean, okay, so as far as this goes, you can go to like Kroger and
where you get
the 6-packs. If you want to go to like a gas station, they don't have them at Walgreens. But you know the new Valero at the corner of Stage and Bartlett Boulevard?
Yeah.
It's like the new Kangaroo across from that.
Yeah.
That brand new gas station has them.
Okay.
That's actually where I got those.
The only that gas station only.
As far as I know, that's the only gas station that carries them.
Okay.
And they're in the open cooler, where they keep like the Starbucks coffees and stuff. Not right on the shelf.
It's a Kangaroo gas station.
It's Valero, I believe. It's like a weird teal color. Okay. A little bit of yellow.
Alright.
Or you can go to Kroger and get 6-packs of them. Sometimes they're sparkling, sometimes they're just juices, and that way you can down them quick.
Let's wrap this up. We got 3 minutes left because we've been streaming for 4 hours and 30 minutes, 4 hours and 27 minutes, and
you want to get to around.
I want to get around 4:30, so 3 minutes left. So any last quick topic we can talk about?
4:30.
Because we had to kill it at the 2-hour mark last time because my phone was dead.
General advice.
Oh, I like it. Let's do a recap. Let's do a recap. A quick recap.
If you've taken anything from this,
and
you're genuinely interested, feel like you've learned something, and you'd like to expand. If you felt like most of us, like you've been lied to because you have, a good start, I'd say, is go to church. Find a good church. Don't go to a Methodist. Where the gays are welcome, because I don't have a problem with gay people going to church. But the important thing is that they know the lifestyle is wrong and sinful. Because there's no point in them going to church if they don't repent of their sins. God calls all of us, homosexuals, straight people, everyone, to repent of our sins. And if you don't call them to that because you're afraid they will be offended, there's no real point in them going to church in the first place.
They're kind of using the church as a comfort ground.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they know you can't hurt. No. You hurt a gay man in a church? Oh, man. Holy cow, that's going to hurt.
Non-denominational, I wouldn't do that. Go to a Southern Baptist. That's where I go. I would go to a Southern Baptist church. Or just
I think there's a Baptist church and a Methodist church in Jonesboro.
If you live in the South of the United States, there's a Baptist church at every corner, and you can find a good one.
I've heard a lot of bad things about Baptist church, though.
Like what? Well, it's
like
got to be better than the Catholic Church.
Catholic church has a whole bunch of problems.
I like the sense of community they have.
Yeah, this community is very strong, but the way they got that community is dirty.
I don't like their very liberal politics. They're very liberal.
Mm-hmm. One thing only to stick to it.
Other than being pro-life, they're very liberal, and all those liberal ideas run antithetical to the Bible. It's infuriating because I don't believe they're correctly representing the Savior. If you live by some odd, trumped-up, manipulated version of the Bible, you're not really a Christian. And I mean that wholeheartedly, and I don't care if someone's offended, you're not a Christian. And that's because the will and the acceptance of people has changed over time. What we find... What's so funny?
Dread Mode said, Jesus said it was wrong to spread your kneecaps beyond 5 inches. She's talking about man spreading. And Lauren said, over a beer is a relaxed podcast. Shh, Dread. Lauren, dude, stick up for Lauren, brother. Dread just...
I'd want to know where it says that because a lot of things get misrepresented.
Well,
and it's done intentionally. No, I mean, I believe that's what the guy said.
Well,
5 inches apart. I don't want to know what that's talking about because
I think it's match spreading.
It's obviously taken out of context. And is he talking about
men
or women?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe talking about women something like that because you're not supposed to. That's wrong.
That's weird. Yeah.
But thou shalt not judge. Bible never says that. You know, Christ said, "Judge not." That is taken so far out of context. They don't even finish the verse. It's "Judge not, lest ye be judged by the same judgment." And then he starts to call out hypocrites, those who judge other people but don't live by the rules they have for everyone else. So if you're living a Christ-like life, and that's what you're striving towards, I'd say you not only should, but you have an obligation to call out other Christians. And not in a rude or disrespectful way, but speak truth in love. What you're doing is not cool, and you should fix it. So yeah, I can help any way I can, any way you want me to. But it's important to call out evil. We are to hold each other accountable. Because right now, Christ is not walking the earth in human form.
No.
We don't have a...
Not at the moment.
No, not at the moment. But we don't have a...
What do you think is going to come back? Quick note. Let's make this quick. Make this quick. Because we come over time, and chat's blowing up. Y'all respect each other in there.
Soon. I don't know when he's coming back.
Don't know.
Probably
if you can get a, 5 years? 5 years? 10 years?
I don't know.
15?
Well, even Christ doesn't know when he's coming back.
That's true. He says sometime.
Only God the Father knows. So I don't have to worry about anything.
He's coming back.
As long as
he's coming back.
As long as I'm living the life he wants me to. But like I was saying, the will of man has changed over time, and it always will. But the will of God has stayed the same throughout.
Oh, they're talking about my shorts.
What about your shorts?
My shorts are short because I'm sitting down, and these are hand-me-downs. See, these are just above the knees.
That's appropriate.
That's appropriate. I'm sitting in a, this chair's kind of long, so they kind of ride up. I'm not wearing shorts. I don't even own shorts.
That's kind of a deep couch.
Yeah, look. All right, look.
Sit down like you're sitting in a chair.
All right, let me sit down like I'm sitting in a chair. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
perfectly fine.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. I don't know what Dred's talking about. I'm not wearing shorts. But anyways.
Are you wearing shorts?
She probably is. Maybe. He. Whoever.
Mm.
But anyways, it's appropriate. I play rugby. I wear shorts. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you, bro. But
we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
I'm just saying.
So I gotta take a shit.
Go to a Southern Baptist church. Start going to church. Build a community.
A safe community.
Look, you want to listen to what I'm saying or what Sam's saying, that's fine. But we're not gods. We're not idols. We're no one to look up to.
We're truth speakers.
Look up to God.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go to church. Find a community. Build a family.
And love each other. That's all we want. We just want people to love each other.
True happiness through Christ.
Yeah.
Well, don't include me in that statement.
What?
We all want to love each other.
No. I mean, in the community. Love each other in the community. Well, yeah, that's what I meant. There's no way everyone can love each other. That's just that's perfect. No,
People can agree
to disagree. Like we've
when
been having all
when
night.
They have the same goal.
Yeah,
right.
I've agreed and also disagreed with things you said, and vice versa.
I don't share any goals with someone who believes in trans kids. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't have any goals with a trans kids advocate.
No.
So.
I mean, you have no goals with a trans woman to have trans kids. That's not your goal. Maybe to some people, it's not Tanner's goal. Not mine either.
I don't care what they believe or what they say.
Don't push it on me. And
your opinions are relevant to me because we don't have the same goal. Why are we even talking about it?
Right.
Your idea of a great country and mine are different.
It's very difficult for people like you and me. Not very difficult for you and me, but difficult for us to have a conversation with someone who's so closed-minded. And you can't have a conversation with them because they're like, no, I have one belief, I have one rule. You don't talk to me because you don't believe in my rule. That's fine. That's fine. Be open-minded because you might be wrong or you might be right, but you'll never know unless you become open-minded. If you're so close-minded like Japan was in the 50s, well, I won't even get into that. We won't get into that.
You'll find people on the right are much more open-minded, but in the sense of
it's very healthy to be agreed to disagree. It's very healthy, yes. It stops fights. But
it starts with an A.
What?
Philosopher.
That's a philosopher. A.
Socrates. No, is it?
Aristotle.
Aristotle, yes.
Love Aristotle.
Aristotle said it's the mark of an intelligent mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's going to conclude our Over a Beer podcast because we are
all right.
We are out of beer. And I got to take a shit. Probably he does too.
It was a pleasure. I got to piss, but no poops for me.
All right, guys. We will see you next time.
So, where can they check you out?
What's that?
Where can they find you?
Y'all can find me in the panels below the channel. Y'all can find me there. I will on YouTube when this releases on YouTube tonight or maybe tomorrow. I will have Tanner's information. I'll put them in the description and the YouTube and Spreaker, and I'm gonna have a panel of everyone I have podcasts with their information if they choose to.
Sure. Actually, you can just put my name in there because that's my Instagram name. Where
your name's on the title.
And, my name is also the name of my YouTube channel. Rakestraw.
I hate when people change it all up. It's like no one's gonna be able to find you.
It's my gamer tag.
Okay, that's it. I gotta take a shit. Holy cow!
Problem.
All right, see you guys later.
It was a pleasure.
Been a pleasure.